Happy birthday, somebody.
Biggie Smalls.
Probably your birthday.
Biggie Smalls.
Is it?
Yeah, Biggie.
Happy birthday, B.I.G.
Hell yeah.
Birthday.
Well, shit. Happy belated, bro.
Gang, gang, baby. You already know what it
Yeah.
does. Styles the Prophet.
I'm B Show.
And I'm Jonesy.
And this is the 4G Audio Podcast.
Yeah.
Tonight we got a fucking returning guest. Fucking Trip in the building.
Yeah.
You guys remember this motherfucker?
You
Cypher
should.
champ.
You should.
AKA the most rugged.
Oh.
AKA Brandon Lee.
Fuck yeah, so thanks for coming out. Cheers, everybody. Happy
Always,
Friday.
man. Oh,
Cheers.
shit.
Yeah, pound it.
Oh, fuck.
Clink, clink. Fucking Jonesy spilt all his.
Clinky. Yeah,
Okay.
I fucked up. Party foul big time.
Damn.
You still have any of those cold beers over there?
I do.
Oh no, I was gonna say I have like a drink if you want.
No, I'm gonna crack another one. Does anyone have a lighter so I can open it?
I don't actually. I've been mine fucking isn't working. You can see the fluid in it. It's not working. So
Let
I've
me
been using
fish it out of my
Shows a
pocket
lot.
here.
Oh, I don't need the lighter to work. I just need a lighter.
You need it
Oh
to,
yeah, no, but also the other thing too is mine's like a weird torch. You can't even
my
really.
mask
I see.
getting
Oh,
all
yeah.
tangled up in it.
I got you.
Oh man,
Um,
this chair! I swear to God.
Is it gonna fall apart?
It's not like
I think it's gonna.
it's
soon.
not like the basement anymore, eh?
No, it's definitely not the
No,
basement.
no,
We're
no.
not in the
Yeah.
basement anymore,
Oh
boys.
yeah, yeah. It feels like we're in Jonesy's basement, but we're not in Jonesy's basement.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
miss
off
the
to a slow start, boys. But like I said, returning guest. Hope you guys remember him. It's fucking been a while, actually, man. Even
Yeah.
just since we've seen you, period.
Yeah,
let alone
since
had you on the show.
since last August.
Shit, yeah, man. Oh yeah, were you on for my birthday last year too?
No, we were at the cabin for your
at the cabin,
birthday.
At the cabin.
He
Oh, it was
might have
just
been on the
before.
episode before, yeah.
Yes,
right before
okay.
we left.
Because I think actually I booked
We
you
were
on my
planning-
birthday.
we were
and then
planning
we
it.
did, yes.
Right,
Yes,
right.
because the year before we did it on my birthday. That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
But you should go check out all of those episodes. But if you're going to check out any of them, check out the one that's my birthday. I don't know what episode it is, but a whole bunch of stuff happens on it. It's pretty funny. I watched it back not long ago, and I actually laughed at myself for being kind of... I was like kind of embarrassing because I was that fucking drunk. But at the same time, I'm like, it's funny because I'm not fucking drunk. You know? Like,
Is that at the cabin or the one that we
that's
did?
the one that we did 2 years ago on my birthday.
Yeah.
And you were like,
He ate a
everything I did.
500 milligram mushroom.
Everything I did, you're like, drink. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I-
Well,
Yeah, right,
What was I
right.
saying? You're like, bucket drink, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Styles got really fucked
I
up.
was drinking some.
And then at
putrid
the end
shit.
of all of it, he ate a 500 milligram mushroom gummy.
Yeah.
And got hella fucked up.
Yeah,
That thing
the
was
night-
like, what, this big?
Yeah, it was the same as the fucking big gummy bear, like the big THC gummy bear. It's a lot to chew. I was talking about this the other day. Actually, I was like, it's a lot to fucking. Oh, last night. I was like, man, it's a lot to fucking chew. And my
Yeah,
buddy
yeah.
eats the cannabis ones, but he was like, yeah, man. He's like, fuck, it's a lot to chew. But I'm like, well, if you eat it like a little bit at a time, I'm like, but I just threw it in my fucking.
Yeah, you
mouth.
ate the
whole
fucking
my
thing.
God. Probably should have slowly ate that. I remember too that night we went to the bar after. We went back to the Airbnb, and I fucking screamed at the ground for a while.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that was the night we went and met Sergeant, and we went back to the Airbnb.
Yeah,
Oh,
which reminds
yes,
me too.
yes.
We haven't even done an LSD podcast yet. Remember, we were planning to do
We
a
had
LSD.
talked about this. We could make that happen though, for sure.
Yeah, we should
Probably do that.
That'd be dope.
Summer
We don't.
2020.
Yeah,
One.
Yeah, December 2020. Yeah, we're going back.
Your next,
Um,
your next birthday
Oh
Next
man,
birthday.
I have a
August.
birthday coming up
in August.
this
Yeah.
year. I have a birthday this year.
Yeah,
That's
you
right.
do.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, anyways, fucking, so what the fuck's been going on in almost a year?
Fuck a lot, man. Right now, I'm working on my album right now. Just got to do a couple more songs and then mix and master the whole thing entirely. Add some interludes, some outros, and put it out, man.
Where you recording that?
At Tino
Gang,
Studio. bro.
gang, shout out Tino.
Yeah.
Who we actually have to get on here now that I think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
hit him
been-
up for sure.
He
bro.
might even be on the list I have. And
For
I
sure
just
he is.
fucking been going through it.
Yeah, he's a legend, bro. I've known him a while, since I was like 10 years old.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know what that back that far. You probably told me this before
Yeah, I was like
too.
10. I was like probably like 10, 13 when we first started talking on MSN, bro. We used to like
Yeah.
go back and forth with bars with each other. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm about to go to school in Toronto for music." So, and he
Yeah.
did. You know, he got his thing, and he's still killing it. Probably one of the best engineers in Ottawa, my opinion.
Oh yeah? What about
Yeah.
me?
Engineer?
Yeah.
You don't fucking engineer.
Straight up.
Shit, I'm about to try this actually. Sorry, I feel like I'm all over the place. But
Hey,
this is the watermelon
if
white
you want to
claw.
sponsor
It's
us,
new.
perfect.
It's pretty terrible. Tastes like cucumbers. Tastes like cucumbers, but I
Well, where's the brown?
don't know if you want to try it or.
No, I'm good,
No.
bro.
What is it?
It's a white claw, so it's just like a hard seltzer, but it tastes. It's supposed
Oh,
to
it's
be
like a
watermelon
new
one.
flavor.
It's supposed to be watermelon, but it
I've
tastes like
never
cucumbers.
tried
But at the
this
same
one.
time, if you think about it, watermelon and cucumbers are just fucking water.
Water.
Like water. They just taste like water anyway, so I get it. It's just not sweet.
I'd probably get shot for doing that right now in Ontario, though.
Oh yeah, Doug Ford's on his way here. Actually, fuck.
Yeah,
But
fuck
anyways.
Doug Ford.
Yes.
I just want to make a big deal about that and try it, but anyways, we won't do that. Apparently, there's a thing out called Cacti. It's Travis Scott's drink.
Oh,
You should
right.
know about that.
Why?
Hype Beast.
Oh, no, I don't. I don't fuck with the Travis Scott shoes.
No,
No, not really.
but they're cool. The check is backwards.
No, I don't fuck
But the
with
check is backwards.
Nope. I don't own Travis
What about the
Scott
McDonald's
Nikes.
shit?
No, I don't eat McDonald's.
What? But
Yeah.
it's not McDonald's. It's closed.
No, you're talking about
The Cactus Jack
the Cactus
collab
Jack.
thing.
Oh, no. I
was
thought you were
like
talking
an
about
ass
his.
pizza
I thought you
wearing
were
the
talking about his
McDonald's?
fucking McDonald's meal.
I saw him wearing jeans with like it just had McDonald's written like right across.
Yeah,
the
he
fucking
had,
That
like,
might have been
The drop that he did.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Cactus.
I thought you were
Jack
talking
is-
about the fucking meal that they had.
Yeah, that's
No,
what they did. They
did
had
have a
that.
meal, but they had a bunch of clothes, right? There was a
Okay.
whole
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
drop
yeah,
of
yeah.
clothes, and Cactus Jack is Travis Scott's fucking clothing company or whatever.
Right.
And then McDonald's is McDonald's, but they collabed, so it was like Cactus Jack, like McDonald's, like different T-shirts and like different shit, whatever.
Okay.
It's like fucking Supreme type shit, like limited and like
Right.
you know, hype beast stuff.
Yeah.
I just learned the word hype beast, so
Are you gonna be using
no,
it?
I did. Well, I shouldn't say I just learned it. I just like reheard it and was like, yeah, like that is a word.
Yeah.
I don't even use
Like
that.
that.
word. I
Well,
don't
because
use
it
that
like
term.
describes that very easily.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like-
yeah. I wouldn't even consider myself a hype beast. I just like nice shoes.
No, not to that extent. But
No, because those
I
guys
just
are
knew you were
actually
gonna show up
buying
wearing
them.
nice shoes.
Of
I wish we
course,
could
I was-
pan down to his shoes.
I mean,
I got the off whites.
Oh,
You don't gotta do
Get
that. You don't gotta do that.
yeah, yeah. I don't want to. I
Stop.
guess don't put him on the spot. But,
it's been done.
but at the same time, yeah, I just knew you were gonna wear some nice shoes.
Of course, brother.
Sick though. Okay.
So your album?
Yeah. I'm not
Um,
gonna release the name, but
When
No.
are you releasing the album?
I was
though?
gonna
You have a
ask.
plan for that,
the
or it's-
summertime, probably around your birthday.
Oh yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
shit.
Usually it's always in August. Usually
Okay.
release.
Nice.
Because remember how I had the dark art and then the
Yeah.
art
I was just
gallery
about-
and then one more coming after. Don't say the name.
No.
No.
Oh, you
Okay.
told us too, didn't you?
Is it a continuation
know.
again?
Yeah. of
Okay,
course. It's
okay.
a three-piece. Remember? It was-
Right.
So yeah, there
Trilogy.
are Easter eggs in my songs of that I dropped in Art Gallery that have the name
Yeah.
of the
I know
album that's
exactly
coming
what
out.
it is.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, you can check out Art Gallery and let me know if you can find the name of my next album.
Check it out.
That's a good, actually.
Spotify.
doing that
I also
hidden
did-
Easter
I
egg
also
shit.
did
Good,
that.
Good thing to do.
I
to be
also
like-
did that with Dark Art.
What's a good
In
thing to
Dark
do,
Art,
'cause
I
you're like,
released the name of
hey, like
my
new
next
album
album.
coming.
Right.
in. There's a hint in my last album. Oh, go check it out more than you already have.
Oh yeah,
Go
man.
check it out.
Easter egg.
Yeah.
Easter eggs, exactly.
Yeah.
This makes people really listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Instead of
over
just being
and
like, "Oh,
over
yeah, it was
and
good."
over. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I like that idea though.
Yeah.
Like I say, you get people going back. Like, I'm looking for the new one. And you're like, well, if you go back, you're going to find out what the new one's called.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, go back and hit it. That's sick. That's a good idea. Fuck, man. Doesn't matter how much I drink. Well, fuck it.
Just getting his water.
They've been working on that, eh? When I picked you up, it was full, so been pounding
Staying
that back.
hydrated.
Yeah, man. It's especially when it's hot like this.
It's
Yeah.
advice, good advice.
Yeah.
Especially when
Tip
the,
of the day.
especially
stay
when the
hydrated.
government is
Stay
trying to
hydrated,
keep everyone unhealthy.
Very true.
Yeah, that's
Very
what everyone
true.
keeps saying, right? It's like, you know,
Keep saying.
stay your distance, wear your mask, get vaccinated, yada yada yada. But nowhere where they like
Stay
eat-
healthy.
eat
Eat
healthier,
good.
This is
yeah.
how you stay
Yeah,
healthy.
yeah,
Why would
yeah.
they say that,
yeah,
bro?
it's like here, take your cigarette, like cigarettes and booze, like those stores are essential. That
Yeah.
can stay open,
Dude,
right?
I remember
only
growing up and we were all like, I can't wait till like we can buy weed legally. Now the only thing you can buy in a store is alcohol, weed, and cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
We're living in a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
This
a
is
shit
literally the
dystopian
Crazies.
movie.
You know the movie The Crazies?
Yeah.
Where they accidentally release the chemical warfare and then all the people start going nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
It's
so it
crazy. I've never
starts.
seen it.
It's a
no.
good one.
Oh, it's a
yeah.
good one,
check
yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, what'd you say? You only buy booze and cigarettes and weed?
Basically.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I figured I was gonna say, oh well.
Yeah, God forbid
Groceries.
you need new shoes. That's not essential.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
fucking
All I
like
have is a pair of
clothing.
sandals. This is a pair of sandals and fucking need shoes, man.
Yeah.
Fucking need a pair of shoes, man. I've had this fucking pair of sandals, I've had them for a long time, but I've been wearing them and only these for fucking probably a month or more now.
Doug, we
Because-
need shoes for styles, all right?
Yeah.
You don't understand.
Me and my buddy were gonna go make. He's like, man, you want to go there tomorrow and we'll make the video of fucking you going and buying fucking shoes because we're gonna just go and grab them because they were taped off.
Right.
I was just gonna go and grab them and get him to film me, and then like hide them under the like stuff in the cart, and then take the cart through the self checkout.
Oh, right,
and
right,
beep
right.
them
Yeah,
through, 'cause
fuck
the-
that.
'cause
Yeah, fuck yeah,
The day
bro.
my buddy called me, he goes, "Man,"
Life hack,
He
bro.
goes, because he's allergic to the sun, so he went and he was going to get fucking
That's terrible.
sunscreen, right? Yeah, well, he's not. He is. But only because of the medication he's taking.
Oh, okay.
But he has to take the medication or whatever. So like technically he's not. It's just now he is or whatever, right?
Right.
Anyways, either way he needs the shit, right? So I started getting like Sunny and shit. And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I went in there and I was like, fuck it. They had it blocked off. He's like, man, he's like, you think like if you have like a baby or whatever, he's like, you need some fucking sunscreen. He's like, you have a kid, whatever. He's like, they like need the fucking sunscreen. And anyways, so he just said he went and grabbed it, went and scanned it through the shit. But he said the only thing that happened was whenever they like finished paying and everything, they like the light came on and the fucking computer restarted and shit, and it was like frozen or whatever. So the lady came over, and was like, "Oh, it's the third time it did that today," or whatever. Right? And fucking
He's
he
not the
just-
only
People are
person.
catching
yeah.
on. Yeah,
But I
people
thought that's
are
what they
catching
did,
on.
He
right?
was like,
They-
"I bet Styles was here."
Yeah, I thought they like for like those non-essential items that you're not allowed to buy, like they take the SKU code or like the scan thing out of the system.
But that's what
So
I
that
heard
you
in
can't-
Ottawa they did, but well, he did it, right? But in Ottawa, I know there was people saying that they would go through and it like wouldn't
It
scan
wouldn't,
through.
yeah.
But he did it, I guess.
Huh.
But I just wanted to do it for the sake of the fucking
Video.
vlog, you know. And then
Yeah.
at the same time, I need some fucking shoes, so like whatever, right?
Yeah,
And like
heavy.
people like order them online and shit, but I need to like try them on. And like these
Yeah.
shoes I know fit me, and I know they have them all the time, so I just show up and get them, right? And they have my size and like whatever.
Yeah.
So it's convenient as fuck, but it's not right now, right? And I have to wait another month for that.
Apparently,
Fuck
or like
that.
June 2nd
I
is the
have
end of
fucking
the
3 pairs, but
lockdown.
Yeah.
Or you could do curbside
So a couple
pickup.
more weeks.
Here's
And then they say like June
For
14th is when
not for that.
more
Yeah,
things
why
are
not?
open or
Well, you
something
can't
like
even get
that.
Fucking oil and shit, man. You
For
can't get
curbside pickup?
Nothing. Gotta go to the
I think you
fucking-
can, bro.
We gotta go to the fucking grocery store for that.
No, bro.
At
Like,
At
I think
Walmart, it's all like you can't get the fucking shit.
I know, but if you curbside pickup, you can.
Really?
I think so, bro. Check it
Fuck.
out. Check it out. Check it out.
Yeah, it might be right.
Yeah.
Because it's all or like the basically it's so that you like there's not a bunch of people crowding in the store, right? So they're justifying
he's
it by
right.
like,
I'm gonna flip. Because I
Yeah.
could add shoes already. You know what my buddy from Quebec told
you just
me
gotta order that
yesterday?
shit online.
I
Yeah.
was
Yeah, it
talking to my
takes a
buddy from
little bit.
Quebec, and he's like, so how are things? I'm like, oh, pretty good other than this bullshit. I'm like, did you guys, I heard you guys opened up over there. He goes, oh yeah. He's like, it's open. He's like, they're fucking piggybacking in the aisles and shit like that.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah. He's like, oh man.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
was
it's
in Gatineau.
crazy.
It's open. It's crazy.
Fuck man. I want
Everything's
some of
busy as
that.
fuck.
I just want a
Yeah.
little taste of that.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yo,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
like
exactly.
in the
What I would pay for the illusion of
NHL
freedom.
games, man. There's like 12,000 fans at certain ones in the states.
Yeah, man. Like yeah.
Yeah,
Shit
isn't,
like
like
that.
Texas like fully open
Texas,
for a
yeah,
while.
Yeah,
Florida's
Texas.
fucking
Yeah,
open.
they've been.
Florida's
Florida's
fucking-
been open.
The governor
So-
is the G. He's just like,
Yeah.
you want to wear a
Fuck
mask,
this.
wear a mask. If
So
you don't,
Florida's
don't. I don't
been
give a fuck.
open. They're
Yeah.
doing a UFC there, or did maybe.
They did.
Been doing
did.
it.
And then
Yeah.
Tampa, I think it is, has been doing the fucking. That's where all the WWE and shit's been happening.
Okay. Yeah.
I know that because of the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah.
But anyways, so every weekend there's a fucking show in Tampa, full of whatever. Everyone's there. Fucking, they're doing like baseball games and everything. Whatever. Like the first game was like over a month ago. They did full.
Yeah, at a Texas
full
Rangers
fucking-
game or
yeah,
something.
Yeah. And the Blue Jays played at that game too.
Right. Yeah, that's
My
right.
point is like, yeah, they're like crazy open and shit. And then I was actually looking at the numbers, and like over the fucking, is either over the last month or the last 2 months, Texas and Florida are like just like down,
Yeah.
down. Like they were up over 20,000, and then
Like
it's
cases or like,
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just like down, like
Yeah, they're
going
down.
down. It's
it's
like,
probably because less people are getting tested, right?
well, and that's just it, right? Yeah.
So like,
They're
and that's going to be the same here. Like
Mhm.
even the
fact
tests
that
they're
like all these,
using- the tests they're using, they know don't work.
right? Yeah,
Right?
their
Like-
false positives are like through the roof. But like,
through the
Right.
roof, like
Yeah.
97%.
And
through the
they
roof.
know that.
Wow.
do they not? Like,
97%.
sorry,
For sure they
I
do
kinda
know
cut
that.
you off there,
no,
but-
no, but it's true though. Like, yeah. So not only are the amount of false positives just like
Fuck them all.
nuts, but yeah, a lot of people now like, what's the like if the whole state was open, or like let's say for argument's sake, like Ontario fully opens, like you're not gonna see a lot of people going to get tested, right? A lot
Yeah,
of people are
for
just
sure.
like, all right, everything's open,
Back to
back to
normal life.
normal.
It's all cool.
You know,
Yeah.
like so the obviously the case numbers are going to go down because there's not
And-
people freaking out every day that they got a sniffle or some shit,
And
and they're
it's
like, oh,
this-
I'm gonna get tested.
It's the same on the other end when all of a sudden the cases jumped. It's like, because everybody was freaking out. And they're like, oh no, like I got dizzy the one day. And like, I probably got it. So test me. They're like, yeah. They're like, everything has it. Well, the one guy we were talking about testing the can and shit.
Yeah, tested a fucking someone tested a lime or like some sort of fruit.
Yeah,
and it's like
yeah.
tested positive for COVID.
This is
Crazy.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Like I
it's
heard
the
biggest
stories like
bullshit
there's
you'll
like
ever
some
hear in your
lion,
life.
and when it came, I don't know if it was a tiger or a lion or something that was in a zoo that they tested for I don't know what reason. Like
Yeah.
and this is all over the news. I heard it on like Hot 89.9. It was like when the pandemic first started, and I'm thinking to myself like, first of all, like, okay, so this tiger got sick. Was it like coughing and sneezing? Like what? What would possess you to test it for COVID? Like why would
Yeah.
you even do that? And apparently
Oh,
it
let's
was.
see. Oh,
yeah.
It was just one of
it's
those
got it.
news things, right? That scare, like, oh, fucking
Of
tigers are
course,
getting it. Your
yeah.
dogs and
Yeah,
cats
yeah.
can get it. Like,
course. Yeah,
and
yeah.
everyone just started freaking
Look, it's in the tree.
out.
Like,
You see perfectly healthy people walking around with masks. They don't have to.
Man, I always laugh when I just see people driving around by themselves, like windows
Yeah.
up in their
Or
cars.
Yeah.
jogging or biking down the street where
Yeah.
you're supposed to be breathing.
Yeah.
It is so unhealthy to wear a mask. So,
That much it is for sure.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
kids having to go to school with a mask on
Yeah,
their face,
yeah.
like that.
Man, yeah, my son was complaining. He's like, well, first of all, he was going all day, or like going to school all day, but like they'd wear a mask in class, and then at recess and gym they'd not wear a mask, right?
Right.
Then I think that was before Christmas, and then they were off for the break or whatever, and then like eventually they went back, right?
Yeah.
But whenever they went back, they were wearing a mask all fucking day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and he's like, yeah, he's like, now he's like, plus it kind of sucks because now we're wearing a mask all day. And I was like even in gym and stuff, I'm like, and outside? And he's like, yeah, all day. I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, well, I'm like, that's not good. He's like, yeah, I don't really like it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, do you want to be at school? He's like, well, I like being with my friends. I'm like, but that's not like good. And I didn't want to like push any ideas
that
on
shit
him, like
kills
to
me,
make
bro.
him change his mind or
Fuck,
whatever. But
bro.
at the same time, I'm like, kind of want to
Fight the power.
Be like, yeah, man, fuck.
I was
like-
just like, tell them to go to school without wearing no mask, and like, were they going to suspend him?
Yeah, man. You know what's
Go-
funny? I
go
was
learn
his
from home,
age.
like-
I was his age, man. I came to school, and like the teacher's like, I just fucking. This wasn't my plan the whole time, but like when she asked me why I didn't do my homework, I was like, well, like it's a free country, right? Like, you know, like I've been told about
You can't
this.
make
Like
me.
we like march uptown and like fucking go to the cenotaph on 9/11 and like
Yeah.
because those guys like fought for our freedom, right? You know, like I didn't give her this big speech, but that's my thought process. Is,
Yeah.
you told me we live in a free country, so I'm like, yeah, I'm like, it's a free country. Fucking like the worst thing I probably could have ever done. Like, even still, like my dad will be like, fucking like say shit about that or whatever.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
But
man.
like, yeah, man, I was the same age as my son. Fucking, so I was in grade 4, so 9 years old. He's like, this is a free country, and like, kind of being a dick, but at the same time, in my mind, like I'm fucking grade or 4, or I was gonna say grade. I was gonna say 4 years old, grade 9. I'm fucking 9 years old, so I'm like, well, like that's what I've been told, right? Like,
Yeah.
so like free to me means like I can do whatever the fuck I want, you know? Like what the fuck? Right?
yeah, that's definitely not the case. You
But-
can't do what the fuck you want.
Really,
They're
I just-
trying to give us back our rights, and they're not even giving them back. Like what we were talking about earlier. You know what I mean? Like
Well, yeah, it's like oh, and
perfect time to talk about it.
Yeah.
well, it's like I said the fucking thing.
Just do it. Just say it.
I
Just
was
talk
saying
about it.
earlier, this fucking post shows a bunch of things that they're like giving back to us. We're starting to open up June 14th or something, right? We're gonna the reopening plan, all this. It was announced yesterday afternoon.
Bullshit
shit.
plan, anyways.
And it was like, they're saying, you know, you can have like
10 people outside
what's it?
gathering.
Yeah,
or
10
something.
people gathering and shit. You can go like what is it, like outdoor dining and shit, but it's 4
Yeah.
people per table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of shit like this, right? But then like the one thing I saw was like the religion thing, right? And like I don't really care. Like I'm fighting really like for myself to have religious fucking whatever, right? Like I don't
Right.
pray or whatever. But like the point is it is in our rights, right? To like for the religion thing, right? We can have like prayer and shit like that. So in my mind, that's a right, right? So like they should have never taken it away in the first place, but then they're giving it back, saying like, "Oh, here you go,"
Here you go.
as if it's
It's
like
on a silver
gift.
platter,
It's
like,
a
here you
nice
go.
like privilege for you to have, and they're presenting you with it.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, that's a right in the first place.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm not fighting for the right. Like I don't want to fucking pray or whatever, but I'm just saying that is a right. So it's like you have the right to like a fair trial. You have like all these rights and shit,
Mhm.
right? So like I just want to make sure that the rights are withheld, right? Like people like do what they say, right? So if it's a right to have a religious ceremony, right? Then they shouldn't give it back like it's a gift or whatever, right? So I commented and said like everyone should realize that these are like rights, and that like
They shouldn't just be giving.
yeah,
them
they
back.
shouldn't act like it's like a fucking like
gift,
gift. Like it's like here's like a privilege or whatever.
Yeah.
right?
And
That's the difference, right? If they can give it to you and take it away, it's a privilege. It's not a right,
yeah,
right? So
it's like driving.
exactly,
Privilege, not a right.
exactly.
Right.
So the very fact that we're giving up our rights for the illusion of safety
Yeah,
and whatever is just giving them that power.
It's giving them the control.
Exactly.
Everyone
Yeah.
is just,
It's just
letting
giving-
them
Yeah.
like. Oh, my
it's like Gord
God.
sent me a picture the other day, and it's like a person wearing a life jacket, and it's like there's no water anywhere. Like, why are you wearing that life jacket? And then the other person's like, I'm wearing this life jacket for your safety, or something like
Yeah.
that. And at first I was like I get that's funny because it's stupid, but then I was like, there's something else here. And I was like, oh, the mask thing. Like I had to like take a second to like
Yeah.
put the two images together kind of thing. And I was like, oh yeah, like that. Yeah, I get it. But like it's so fucking just I don't know. We've already talked about it too. Everything's just so bass backwards.
Yeah,
It's like,
Yeah.
for sure. But it's like the more you bring that stuff up, like the point that you were getting to is that you were called, like a privileged white person.
White person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For saying that, hey, like these are our rights and they shouldn't be taken away, right? And I don't know. I forget where I was.
Well,
going.
yeah, sorry. Well, no, it's so I'll just finish the story, I guess. I wasn't really gonna just because
Yeah, I hadn't
it's a
finished
touchy
it yet.
subject. but
You
the thing
actually
is,
cut it off perfectly.
is this
Yeah.
fucking
brought it back.
is this lady fucking commented on like replied to my comment and was like, oh, like another privileged white person like acting like they're oppressed or whatever, right? And like my whole point on that, like the only reason I bring that up is because none of it ever had to do with that, and like I kind of sort of can sympathize or like
Yeah, but you also
understand
have
where
to
she's coming
understand
from,
too.
or like whatever, but no one ever said anything. It's just like
it's not about race
it's
or.
her-
But that's the
her own
media.
problem.
That's what the media does.
Right.
yeah,
Divide and
But the
conquer.
more you try to stand up and say, hey, look, like we're actually being oppressed here, like. Or not, okay, I'm still free to walk about the streets or whatever, but the very fact that they can now tell you how many people you can have in your house, if you can go to work or not,
Yeah.
where you have to, wear a mask or not wear a mask. Just like there's just so what you can buy and what you can't buy.
Pretty soon it's going to be
right?
the vaxes versus the
Not
non-vaxxers.
exactly,
Easy,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
So
gonna
now,
be
like,
insane.
so yeah,
It's
you
gonna
can't
be
try.
insane.
Like, you don't have the vaccine.
Oh, I'm getting the
You're
hell out
not,
of
you're
Dodge.
not
I'll tell
fucking
you, I'm going to Costa
traveling.
Rica.
Can't
you're
go
not going
here,
to-
can't go there.
You're not going to a movie theater. You're not
Yeah.
going to any new shows.
Concerts.
Yo, did you see the post I made the other day? So somebody posted this, and I went to comment because I don't know them personally, but I know their like stance on like I just know like just from what I see, I know like roughly what they
What
think,
they're about.
you know.
Mhm.
So now with this, like I read this thing and it's like I think there should be like mandatory vaccines and all this stuff. And if no one takes them, like, or if people like deny them, they should be forced to take them and whatever. And so I went to comment on it.
Before you started, it said vacations.
Yeah, it says vacations. I went to comment on it and I was like, what the fuck? And I was going to be like, I really hope this is fucking sarcasm or whatever. And then I see someone's comment and they're like, yo, like I almost fucking freaked out. And then I saw like what it really said or whatever, right? So I'm like, wait. Where you comment? Go look see what it says. I'm like, oh, it's vacation. So I fucking cut it and pasted it and fucking put it in my story.
Fuck.
And it's funny because one dude was like, are people actually saying that? And I was like, I know I am. And then he was just like, didn't know what to say. I forget. He liked
mandatory vacations for everyone.
Yeah. I was like, I know I'm saying that. Yeah, fucking right.
But yeah, the more you fight for that stuff, right? The people that are, you know.
We're also talking about a guy that is making a vaccine to save people's lives that also has videos of him talking about depopulation and how vaccines are the future and how to maintain control of the human population, and people are letting themselves inject them with his poison.
It's like all
We're
of a
talking
sudden
about a
he's
guy that has pictures and has meetings with Jeffrey fucking Epstein.
Fuck that guy. Fuck both of these cocksucking millionaires or billionaires.
Yeah. Fuck.
God damn.
So, y'all can inject whatever the fuck you want in yourself. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm staying away from that.
Bunch of pedophile fucks. Fuck the Clintons. Fuck. Yeah, anyways, fuck them all.
Fuck them all.
Fuck them all.
Shout out Kevin Klein, though.
But see, like, there's, I don't know if we want to get into it, but there's like a lot of shit. Like, there's like, I saw a picture the other day. It was like a like a vacuum sealed bag of like some kind of like meat or some shit. And like the label on it said it was baby hearts.
Oh yeah, of course. There's actually been laws that have been passed where doctors can take an aborted baby and keep it alive.
Why?
Why do you think? For organ harvesting, bro.
What? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Crazy.
See, you know what I was thinking? This might be kind of fucked up, right? But some of these people are pushing like transgendered shit. And
yeah, of course. They're pushing it for a reason, bro. The media does this for a reason.
But I randomly thought of this idea. Oh, like there's what the fuck is it? Either way, there's like big people.
It stems from the media. It stems from the media.
Yeah, but they're trying to but what it is, they're trying to get votes, right? They're trying to get younger votes. But my point is, though, is listen to this, okay? So if they're trying to get adrenochrome, right? They're giving they're endorsing the transgender thing, and they're giving them, like testosterone or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
estrogen.
Yeah, or estrogen, yeah. And so they're making them. Like, so I don't know the science behind it. This is a total just like shot in the dark. But one day I was just like, man, like what if they're like trying to like push it or like accept it or like make it a thing so that like when they do like with the little kids, because they have like the little kids doing it now and
yeah,
stuff.
and you know what? That's
if they're
insane.
Doing it, like pushing it and like allowing it and whatever, so that they can so there's more adrenochrome maybe or something, you know what I mean? Or like better adrenochrome, or it's like a like more youthful or like whatever, you know what I mean? Because,
I'm not sure how that relates.
Well, so because there's so yeah, it's hard to explain, but there's a lot just to get I know that you know what's going on, but there's like so many people that are pushing it on like little kids. There's
dude, every rapper is also dressing feminine to push that on kids.
Yeah.
No Doubt from No Doubt.
Oh, Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, one of her kids is like transgendered, like little kid.
Right.
Another famous person, but
we're talking about brains that aren't even developed.
In the Hollywood, all in the Hollywood scene, if with all these like theories, right? So if you think of all these like theories of all the fucking like they're like so there's like the red shoes, right?
Of course,
so they're taking the kid's skin and stuff, right? And making these red
you hear
shoes.
Macaulay Culkin's story about that?
So Macaulay Culkin talks about it.
This is all real shit.
So many people talk about how whenever they were kids, these people would try and like bring them to parties and stuff.
Of course.
And like tell their parents not to come and stuff like that. And then now like
Eyes
if you
Wide
think
Shut.
of all this and it's all like, you know what I mean? If it is all of like what they say, you know what I mean?
You guys got to watch the
Then
movie
maybe
Eyes Wide Shut after
they're
this.
like, here, like pump these kids full of this shit and like because like I said, I don't know the science. I'm not saying that the science does link it, but I'm just saying, what if giving them these things gives them more or better adrenochrome or whatever these people are taking from them? You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
so again, it's like it's just a series of, if you believe this, or if this is true and this is true and this is true, what if this could be true? You know what I mean? So it's a bunch of things, but
Once
at the same time,
once you see it, everything adds up.
at the
bro.
same time too, I feel like if that were to be a topic of discussion, which I guess it is now, that we kind of like brushed over a whole like Pizzagate and like all like all the red shoes and all that.
Conspiracies.
So I feel like to get to that point where I'm talking about, I've kind of skipped ahead beyond a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, people don't understand when
But-
they hear red shoes what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There's
the
not a
red
lot
shoes
of
are made out of
people-
children's skin.
Yeah, check out if anyone is wondering. Like, look up.
Just go
Macaulay
look it up
Culkin's
yourself,
story about-
Yeah.
Just Google
The Red
search
Shoes.
Red Shoe Club.
And yeah, what's John
The Pope's in
Podesta?
it.
John
John
Podesta.
Podesta.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about John Podesta and fucking.
Sick. Have you seen
Chester
some of the art
Bennington.
and the art in this fucking guy's house,
This guy's
man?
disgusting.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
You
Like,
should-
who? What?
Go
why
on
would you-
WikiLeaks. Go on WikiLeaks and just search in Podesta emails and read them all.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
We're
And,
talking
like,
about President Barack Obama having emails with him,
Yeah.
telling him, "Let's get $10,000 worth of hot dogs and
Right.
pizza."
No, it was a $65,000 hot dog pizza party.
Yeah.
And man, and the other thing is,
and we all know what
pizza.
pizza is.
exactly right.
Oh yeah, so pizza
code
is little
names.
girls
Code name.
and hot dogs little boys.
Little boys.
Yeah.
But there's an email from Hillary Clinton to Barack Obama saying, I thought when we agreed about having these little parties and shit, that we wouldn't use taxpayers' money, and that we wouldn't do it like near the fucking whatever, it's the White House or whatever. But she like references the hot dogs and the pizza or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I thought
Right.
we
Sick
wouldn't have
parties,
these
bro.
hot dog
Yeah.
pizza parties and like.
And
blah,
just
blah,
if you're
whatever.
reading
It's
these
like,
emails, like honestly, if you're reading these emails, it's like it's not like
It's all
like you
code
say,
word.
man. Like these are like billionaire or millionaire, multi-millionaire people, billionaire people.
What the fuck
They're
is
not
Barack?
having
What the
pizza
hell's
parties,
Barack
bro.
doing with pizza and hot dogs, bro?
Yeah.
They should be eating like fucking.
They're
caviar.
eating caviar and doing
exactly.
cocaine off Clinton's
Yeah.
asshole. You know?
They're
They're not
hot
fucking.
dogs when they're posing for a picture or something
Yeah.
like that. Like, oh yeah, like Barack Obama visits like Yankee Stadium. He's like, and, like
It's
passes
wild,
it off,
man. Like, I wish like a lot of this truth like would either be revealed as like that's never gonna you're never gonna see someone come on the news.
But what does
you
it
know?
matter if you believe it? It's not your. It's not. It doesn't matter.
But it
the-
kinda- no, it
The
does,
thing
though.
is if you look down the chain, if you look down the chain, they own everything.
Oh,
All
yeah,
the
oh, yeah.
media
Oh, yeah.
outlets,
Everything, yeah.
the movies, Hollywood. It's in the movies. There's symbolism will
It's
always
everywhere.
be their downfall.
Yeah.
So
That's what they say.
Be your
So they
judge.
believe in karma
Don't
and like
push it on no
numerology
one.
and shit, right? So they're saying that like they reveal the truth in movies. So not only is it like a
Right.
so it's like a form
It's
of like
confession.
yeah, well
Yeah.
it's
a
so,
mockery.
Well, it's so like they believe in karma, right? So they can't do stuff without telling you. Like if you consent to
The
it,
devil
or, like, so
always
they
has
have,
to show its
Yeah,
face.
exactly.
The
So they
devil
have to
always
tell
has
you
to
what
show
they're
its face.
doing without directly telling you what they're doing.
Exactly.
So they release all this shit, and this is just what I've read or what I've heard. That like they release this shit as like a form of like
We told you already.
exactly. So it's like they're getting around
Yeah.
bad karma because they've already told you about it.
Yeah.
So now they're free to
Confessed
do it.
about it.
Yeah.
And
That's
they
wild.
believe in like numerology and shit like that. So
Me too, kind of though.
I mean there's
Well, yeah. No, sorry. I made that
Not
sound
to
like
their
it was a bad thing.
extent.
It's not like I just meant me. Doing it.
But like honestly, man, I think they do this shit, and like so not only when they put stuff in movies, right, and then like people like we start talking about it, the people that are fast asleep and don't believe any of this just go, oh, you saw that in this
Yeah.
movie, you
Watch
don't-
too many
you
movies,
watch too many
man.
movies,
Play
you're
too many
crazy,
video games.
you know. My response is go watch some more fucking CNN then. But
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right, yeah.
Exactly.
But see, you know what's fucked too is like movies. Sometimes I think like someone had to think this.
Yeah.
You know, like
Right.
you think like some fucked up movie. Someone had to think this. You know, so like there's people out here that think like this. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
But then at the same time too, though, like there's so many times where I'm like, man, like, like literally what you're saying, like yeah, like they're like kind of hinting at like, hey, yes, this is
Man, some
true.
of
It's
the
like,
sci-fi
well, what the
movies where
fuck?
they're like the
Man.
technology that they're
That's
they're
all real
using and
shit.
Yeah, like it's
That's
just
all real shit, bro.
the military and people, these black budget.
Bob
like,
Lazar, bro.
yeah, fucking back to Bob Lazar. It's true, man. These people are
They have
back
technology
engineering,
like,
that's-
you wouldn't fucking believe.
yeah, they're way advanced.
And if we're gonna talk Bob Lazar, then we can get into why Hitler was in Antarctica searching for aliens.
Man, Hitler's in fucking if
No,
he's still alive.
he was in Antarctica. I'm
If
not saying
he's-
he's alive now.
If he's still alive, he is in one of the national parks in the
Well, he wouldn't be
States.
alive now. He'd be.
But well, at this time that I saw this documentary, I believe this person was still like the
Oh, yeah,
person they're
Operation
talking about was still
Paperclip.
alive. But these guys have like they live in like just outside the national park or whatever, and they fucking so this show's about national parks, right?
Right.
But like somehow some of them like turn fucked up. So it could just be like, oh, look at the lake, and like, oh, and like there's birds here, and like sometimes these birds live here, right? And then like the next show's like, there's fucking ghosts and shit, you know?
Yeah.
So this was talking about fucking how there's this like group of guys, and they're older men, like super old.
Yeah.
And they live there, but they live just outside or whatever in like some little condo area or some shit. They're very private and stuff. They have their little group meetings and stuff. And apparently Hitler had like something wrong with one of his ears. So then there's a picture of like this group of men, and like Hitler's kind of like cut out of the picture. So you can't really like see his face a whole lot, but you can see his ear, and it's the same like mark on his ear or whatever, right? But the other thing is like there's a whole bunch of like other evidence supporting this, but so back in the day they said that like the Nazis were doing like spaceships, making spaceships and shit.
Yeah.
Not spaceships, sorry, like what we think of as like a spaceship, like circular fucking flying saucer
UFOs?
type shit.
Yeah.
And so they were apparently doing that, and then apparently they had like holes dug in the ground and like in like mountains and stuff like that,
Yeah.
where they could have like these little runways for these like flying saucers and shit.
It's like Hollow Earth shit.
No, it was just they had the runways were just underground, so they people couldn't see them taking off and shit. They would just like see them above the mountains and shit. Well, now they're saying that apparently there's like all these fucking flying saucer or not flying like flying saucer and like UFO and shit like sightings around the tops of the mountains of this place or whatever. And so they're thinking that like I said, there's a lot more that they're like saying, but they think that Hitler moved there. The other thing too, because everyone's like, oh, he shot himself, right? Apparently at the time that he shot himself, they didn't have the science to do the DNA test and shit.
No, the skull that they tested, it was
So-
of a Soviet Union couple.
Well, yeah, so then later on, whenever they had the technology to do it, they dug them up. And, like, because now they can, like, just, like, look at your bone or they can do whatever and be like, oh, this is a fucking, like, mid-30s fucking male or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But where are we going with this?
Drink.
But yeah, whenever they picked this, because they exhumed the body or whatever, right? Because they had the technology now to do it, and whenever they did it, they said the body was like a 42-year-old woman.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
heard that before.
So then that tells me that he went to, where'd you say, Antarctica?
Well, no,
When he
I
went
was
to the
just
national
talking
park.
about how Hitler and he sent a bunch of scientists out to Antarctica to find a laboratory that had
Oh,
UFOs at it, and he was very interested in UFOs.
So I think like
and
even
he-
now, so
Where
like
the seeds
so if like the
seeds.
the Flat Earth Society, right? They
Yeah,
believe that like the
that's where every single seed of the world is
Yeah.
in Antarctica.
Sorry,
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
see, I think there's a lot of shit going on there because like
Of
the
course,
I've been
so
there.
the Flat Earth people think that there's just like the
flat Earth
is like Antarctica is just this big ice wall that holds everything in this
Yeah.
big flat disc,
I've
right?
seen some
Right.
fucked up things.
But it's true that like you can't like it like it's there's like nations agreements that like you can't just go there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a extremely restricted area that you
Why the fuck do you think?
well that's what I'm
Exactly,
saying, right?
yeah.
It makes so it lends credence to these conspiracy
Yeah.
theories.
Santa
that
lives there, man.
Santa fucking definitely lives there. No, that's the North Pole. This is the South Pole we're
South Pole,
talking
yeah.
about.
Oh, other way.
Yeah,
The other way.
but Yeah, man. I think there's a lot of weird shit going on there that needs to be explained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Well,
weird shit going on everywhere
here's
that
the
needs
thing.
to be explained.
I'm not okay. So
Like how the Clintons aren't even locked up yet. What the fuck?
I don't know. I see both sides of everything, right? So the thing is with like you're talking about the ice wall thing. The one thing I will say is I've seen some videos where like boats are going out towards the fucking
Ice
like
wall?
Antarctica or like wherever, right? And like the Coast Guard and shit, or like the Navy or whatever it is, like will show up and be like, hey, like turn the fuck around, right? Can't go here, right? So again, that says to me, like, because what they're trying to, the way that they put it in context is they're trying to stop you from seeing the ice wall or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I can see that. That's kind of like a good point. But at the same time, I could also see that they don't want you going there because what if you just like went out there and died and like you're not
But why
prepared
would
for it?
but you could go out in the middle of the fucking ocean
Ocean
anywhere
die
and die, and the military doesn't be like, oh, don't do that.
Styles is like, you're gonna fall off the flat Earth, man.
But like, it doesn't make sense that they'd all of a sudden just care about the well-being of these people that are going to Antarctica. Like, if you can go to the North Pole or you can go to anywhere else on the planet and potentially
Yeah, true.
get lost in the fucking rainforest or middle of the
like,
ocean,
planes and stuff, planes flying and shit, they'll like come and be like, turn around, fuck off.
and that's
shit
yeah.
like
so
that,
like you're
yeah.
literally like you have to
I
have
think it's
like
because they don't
government
want you to
access
see what the
get
fuck's
there,
going
yeah.
on there.
So it could be
No
you have
doubt.
to have a fucking like
Like,
it's like
access.
planned and like guided tour to go to these
Right.
places, yeah. But and again, that's another thing where flat earthers are like, well, like why, right? Because
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, like look, here it is.
See,
like,
flat
this
Earth.
is it, right?
I
they're
think
like,
that's a
"Oh,
big
don't
psyop, right? I think like I honestly think the flat Earth is the most ridiculous shit
oh yeah.
100%.
ever. Like,
But you were just saying you were just arguing the fact why would they stop you from going
No,
out into
like-
the ocean anywhere else to see the
not
ice wall?
no, I don't, because I think there's like some alien shit going on there, like some other like there's some fucking other
Yeah.
shit going on there that they don't want you to
in
see.
Antarctica
Right,
specifically.
yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
supposed to be like a big island, is it not?
Well, it is on a globe Earth.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's the South Pole. It's like it's
Yeah.
a big ice island. But that's why I brought it up for the flat earthers, because they believe that it's the boundary and it circles the whole.
Yeah, no, I know
You
that.
know what I mean?
know,
So
yeah,
they're trying
yeah.
to keep you away
I know
from
that, but I
because
thought-
they think that it will reveal that this is the edge of the earth. But I think that's the most ridiculous shit ever. I think that if they're trying to keep you away, it's because there's something going on there with.
But who's to say it's not that though, right? You know what I
I mean, I
Like,
don't.
it's like-
well, I
but
don't
my
believe the
point
Earth is flat, so
My point
that's why.
is the whole time that you were rebuttaling my point of the fact that why would they, or that I said, yeah, I'm like, well, yeah, maybe they just don't want you to go out there and die or whatever, right? And you're like, no, there's something going on if they're stopping you, right? So I was like, shit, is he trying to say that he thinks the Earth is flat?
No, I
And he
don't. I
believes in
think
this
there's
ice
something
wall?
else
Yeah.
going on there that they
But-
don't want you to
But
see.
who knows if they were heading towards Antarctica, right? Like, but even like, and then planes too, right? It's like, hey, you can't go that way. It's like, I was just trying to fly around the world or like, whatever, right? So either way, there's something, but it's just like, my
Something
point
going
is
on.
like, who the fuck?
Let's all start a petition and let's make a GoFundMe for some sort of private
going
flight
on
to
there?
Antarctica.
What?
No,
Let's
they're-
do
yeah,
that.
Alex Jones was saying that with
Okay.
Eddie Bravo. He was like,
Yeah.
Eddie, I'm going to get you a $1 million ship. You're going to drive it and you're going to go to Antarctica and you're going
We're
to
gonna
see it for yourself.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
want to
We'll
know.
document the whole fucking
The
thing.
people want to know.
Eddie
That'd be
Bravo's pretty good.
hilarious.
I like that dude.
Yeah, I mean, he's all
It's
right.
like even
Is there bottles over
fucking
there? Or, cups over
what's
there?
his name? Bill Cooper. You guys ever heard of Bill Cooper?
I have heard of that name, but isn't he like a fucking? Who's he?
He's dead now. He was
Wasn't he CNN or something? Or the
no,
radio?
no. That's Anderson
No,
Cooper.
and that guy's a
Oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
sicko, too. He's a fucking
You know
sick
what
fuck, too.
But Bill Cooper, he had a radio show called Hour of the Time, and he would talk about like aliens and
Word
like
up.
how, because he was military intelligence back in the day. Like he actually had like
William Cooper.
exactly, yeah, William Cooper. He had like classified like clearance levels or whatever. Like
Me
Um,
too.
Me three.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyways.
We all got it. But no, he has a book called Behold the Pale Horse.
Okay, I've heard of it.
That's an incredible read if you can find that book, man.
I
He
listens.
talks about a lot of, well, even on audiobook.
Yeah.
It's probably on audiobook somewhere. But yeah, Behold the Pale Horse. It's like he literally lays out all this crazy shit that is talking about aliens and like the elites and all the shit they do. And
I'm pretty sure aliens exist. There's like
Oh yeah, they're
almost
starting
no
to
doubt.
declassify information about it now.
Yo, isn't that what Trump
Oh,
Trump
true, that's right, yeah.
for the COVID thing? And that's
They
coming
did.
soon. That's in like
They're
this month or next
Yeah,
or
they
in
released-
What do you mean?
June or July.
They,
So in the
they've
COVID
been
bill-
releasing videos.
Yeah,
So
they already
Right.
said. I thought they said.
like Jeremy Corbell has been releasing videos of them flying.
No,
and
but
stuff.
like so in the corona there was some some corona bill that got put into the House of like the Senate or whatever. That they wanted to, so it was like what this $1 trillion whatever bill that got passed, but slipped inside there somewhere was this declassification for UFOs, right? So
Yeah.
they said you have 100 and some odd days to release classified information about what the U.S. government knows about UFOs
Right.
and aliens and other technologies, yada yada yada. And that date is coming soon. So they have, and I'll look it up actually what date it is. I'm pretty sure it's
look
in.
it up.
What? But I thought last year they released a bunch of information.
Well, they
'Cause I
showed
remember everyone
videos
being
like
everyone's like, whoa, like COVID, now aliens, and now
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Like,
So
what's,
they
what's real if they're
the
telling
Pentagon
us all this shit,
the
right?
Pentagon released videos of like
Mhm.
their pilots
Yes,
following
that's
some
right.
Well, yo,
craft that there was
I've
crazy.
heard enough though. Like, sorry, that sounded like I was against it.
I've heard enough.
I've heard enough stories that I'm like can almost confirm like people aren't just crazy and talking fucked up shit. Like
Yeah.
there's this place. I got this story secondhand. Like someone watched it and told me about it. Think maybe I walked in and sat down and my brother was telling me about it or something. But he'll probably text me and be like, "This is what I was talking about." But they just relayed the information to me like briefly. But like what it was there's like this place that fucking it's like some bush or whatever, right? And like these people would go there and like disappear. But these are people that are like hunters and shit that are like
Survivalist
yeah,
kind of people.
gonna survive,
Right.
yeah, and shit like that. They would like disappear, so then they'd be like, "Oh shit!" Like everyone would go searching for them and shit. And then they'd find their clothes somewhere, and then they'd like search all around again, whatever, nothing. And then like a while later, they'd end up like finding the body, but like it would be somewhere that they already searched a couple times. And so they were thinking like aliens or whatever, but this shit has happened like so many times. Like there was like tens of thousands of stories or something like that. And like so shit like that, I'm like, okay, man, I'm like, people aren't just like fucked up. I'm like, when it's like one story, it's like, okay, like you just killed your friend and like put the or like there's there's some kind of excuse for something, right? But then it's like tens of thousands of stories. Okay, like something's fucked up, right? But so yeah, I definitely believe in some kind of fucking
They know
aliens and
some shit.
Well, and even too, there's this guy fucking. Then like this one story doesn't like prove it, but this just adds on to all this shit. But there's a famous picture, man, and you'd probably recognize it if you saw it. But it's just a black and white picture, and it's this guy like sitting in front of. He's like kind of knelt down in front of like some kind of like, it's a what do you call it, weather balloon or whatever, and so there was some crash or something or whatever, and they're like, oh shit, like aliens, right? So then they called the sheriff out there, and the sheriff went out there, and this is the guy telling the story was the sheriff.
Is that like
So-
Roswell or some shit?
I think it was near there or something, but he went out there and he fucking found this fucking steel or whatever, and it was like, they said it was like,
An alien craft.
he said there wasn't much left of it, but the pieces of it, like the metal was like really like different, like they were like doing shit with it, and they're like, man, it's like fucked up, but it was like light and like it was hard and like whatever, right? Anyways, then they brought it all back to the fucking sheriff station or whatever, and whenever he got back there, he's like, it was a fucking weather balloon. And like, here, take a picture for the newspaper. And he's like,
So they confiscated all this shit and just
yeah, he
replaced
was
it.
like, that
I think that was Roswell. I'm pretty sure.
And
Yeah.
the picture,
And that
like,
was
if
like-
you saw it, you'd be like, okay, I know. what
Yeah,
you're
and that
talking
was
about.
the first like misinformation story, right? Because everyone, like a lot of people knew that this happened.
He even said, he's like, you can see my look, like the look on my face in the picture. He's like, I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, so they just took all this shit and replaced it with this, and like, oh, it was just a weather balloon,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
like one of those stereotypical, like go-to things, like when
Cover
like,
up.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's just like, oh, it was just a weather balloon, or it was just this thing, you know, like, and that's where that comes from.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so going back to what I was saying about the Trump coronavirus bill, so he signed the $2.3 trillion coronavirus
I'll take
relief,
a couple trillion.
right? Well, inflation, bud. That's what's
You
happening.
ever see the difference between a million and a billion? The guy
yeah.
who does the math and
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah, with the like, I've seen even like the grains of rice. Like if each grain of rice like was like $1 million or something like that, or like $100,000 or something. So then he gets like $1 million worth, and it's like this little pile. And then he gets $1 billion worth, and it's like this fucking massive
Yeah,
pile.
man, yeah, the guy's like, man, he's like, I can pay you $5,000 for 3 months or 6 months or something, and it's $1 million. He's like, I can pay you $5,000 for 570 years, or $5,000 a
53
day
years,
or whatever.
he's
Yeah, or
like,
53
I think.
years
Yeah.
or whatever, right? He's like, and that's $1 million, right? He
Billion.
does
Yeah.
their $1 billion. He goes like, there's 1 million seconds in like just over a week or something like that, right?
$1 billion
He's
seconds is like 30 some years.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just crazy. Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, $2.3
So
trillion
trillion, yeah.
is just
Like
fucking
insane.
insane amounts of money.
Imagine the grains of rice.
It's just dumb. It's dumb money, man. It just it renders it
But you know what
absolutely
happens though?
valueless
You know
when
what
you have
happens,
that much
though?
money.
They pocket half of that. They say, "Hey, taxpayers,"
Oh
It
yeah,
costs
they give
this
us
much.
yeah for sure.
and then they're like, "Okay, all right, okay, yeah, thanks for the money." Right?
Yeah.
Sorry,
So yeah.
2.3 trillion.
So this happened in December last year, I guess. So he gave them a 180-day countdown for U.S. intelligence agencies to release what they know about UFOs. The Director of National Intelligence and the Secretary of Defense have little less than 6 months back then, which is coming up like any day now. So don't be alarmed if you hear some sort of crazy news about what do you got over there, bud?
And about what? Finish your thought.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, don't be alarmed if in the next few weeks you see some sort of crazy information being released by the U.S. government.
I mean,
without-
it's nothing that we've already saw before, right?
I mean,
What's
true,
the
yeah, I
crazy
think, yeah.
information that aliens exist? We all know that. We all see the real footage. Follow.
Wouldn't it be nuts though if they like actually just came on TV and be like, "Yep, we've been working with aliens for like 75 years."
Well, that would blow some
dude.
mind.
Yeah.
and even too, like I know people have told. My dad, one of his buddies, told him a story, and like this guy, he's like, not one. Like, he's like a no bullshit guy. Like he's like trucker, fucking biker, like fucking
Yeah.
like hard dude, whatever.
Right.
trucker, biker, you know?
Like, he's like fucking, no, like he's anyways
Yeah.
old school hard ass.
Nerds.
a couple.
The guy
Jesus, Murphy, man.
told stories about seeing shit,
Oh yeah.
like full on. Not like, well, maybe
Like certain.
landed in the backyard, woke up because the house filled with light,
Right.
went out, saw people and shit, like
Crazy.
full on, I probably said way more than I should have.
Huh.
My dad's probably like, I told you.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill us.
Yeah, his buddy's like loading his guns.
You're on a list now.
But yeah. So I was like, well, they kind of taste weird. It's the weed. I don't know if anybody wants them.
Is there any more of those guys?
Yeah, there's some of those, I think.
Try the nerds, I suppose, since they're out.
But yeah, I definitely believe in ghosts, aliens, and that like I said last year, they made some mention of it. So I was like, yeah, it's for sure.
They're coming to get us.
But the other thing,
That's gonna be the next like so the terrorists that
They
didn't
don't
work.
want us.
coronavirus, that kind of worked, and now it's sort of wearing off. And then the next big scare is going to be aliens are coming.
Yeah,
Aliens are going to come and destroy the planet.
Next year there'll be like fucking millions of alien deaths and no COVID deaths. Like, what happened to COVID?
Damn right.
And all of our money.
Yep.
Fucking aliens, man.
Socialism, man.
Yeah, you feel bad for the small businesses and shit.
yeah.
Like, man, it's terrible.
Dude, apparently Babylon.
It's 'cause of the
fucking
guy- I
rest in
blame
peace
the
to
government.
Babylon.
Yeah, rest in peace, Babylon. I remember doing shows in Babylon before I could even. I was of age to get into a club with like Ill Bill and like Sean Price, seeing them
Oh,
there. Like,
facts.
yeah, bro. Like,
Oh, Bill.
so rest in peace, Babylon, man. Fuck.
Yeah, shit.
Seen some weird things at that place.
I bet.
Oh man, it's funny because actually, was it just today or just last night maybe? But I was thinking about Babylon and all the shows I had seen there and shit like that. I was like, yeah, fucking right. And then I was like, oh yeah, like fuck, because I forgot it closed. I just was reminiscing on my own.
Right.
And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, fuck.
Close.
Few of them have closed.
Fucking Barrymore's, I don't know if they're closed, but they had a little fucking
Big
thing
issue
where they,
there,
Yeah,
they were
said
like kicked
closing.
out or some shit.
That was insane too. I
And
remember
then they,
some of my
like,
favorite shows
went
that
back.
Yeah.
performed at Barrymore's.
Man, I actually kept it pretty good. I've only been to Barrymore's 3 times.
Really?
Once
Maybe show.
was
Or lighter.
I went to see No Use for a Name whenever I was in high school. Funny story though, okay? So
Oh,
my
here we go.
aunt worked at she was the secretary at the office or whatever in the high school. And so I was 14, so I was in grade 9, just started. It was like October 25th, 2000. And I remember this like it was yesterday. October 25th, 2000. No Use for a Name. So fucking I wanted to go to the show. I'm like, that would be so sick, right? Well, an extra ticket popped up, right? So I'm like, cool, I want to go to the show. So that day I went to school. I'm like, cool, I'm going to the show, right? Well, I was gonna leave right after school, right? So I called, or no. Regardless, I forget the details, but either way, my mom had called the school like to talk to my aunt who worked at the school, right? And she told my aunt to give me money after school so that I could go to this concert or whatever. But now we were leaving like at lunch, and so I was like, shit, like I have to go now, right? Like if I'm going with them, right? So I went to the
Drink.
I went to the office and I'm like, yeah, cool, yeah, I'm gonna get the money. She's like, oh, she told me to give it to you after school. I'm like, yeah, but like just give me the money now and then I'll go to the concert after school, you know? I fucking like took it and ran out the front of the school and fucking went to the concert. But anyway, so we went to No Use for a Name and Swinging Utters was there too.
That's
and
crazy.
and those were 2 bands that I used to listen to a lot. And like
Back
still
when
do.
Styles had the dreads.
Yeah, actually no, not then. No, I actually had orange hair then. I think. Yeah.
Crazy.
If not, it was shortly after I had orange hair, like orange spiky hair. But anyways,
That's crazy.
so then now fucking oh shit, I'm lost. No Use for a Name. So yeah, point is that both these bands like I listened to a lot. Like I got them from my older brother and shit, and like so it's like it's a whole other story in itself. But point is that like that stays near and dear to my heart. It was an awesome night. I actually, another funny story is I always wear this orange visor, and that night we were outside and my buddy goes, man, he's like, I saw you getting like fucking trashed in the mosh pit or whatever, right? Like, no, man, like not me, man. Like I was down there, but like not during that band or like whatever, right? Like not when you're talking. And later on we see this guy and he's got an orange visor too. But anyway, so I saw them, and then me and Bisho went and saw MGK, and that was actually the first of me and Bisho's like
Ottawa show.
well, we went. So a mutual friend of ours, me and him went down to to see Bisho in Kingston, right? And whenever we got there, Bisho was watching some fucking what was it?
Calivision.
Calivision, yeah, of MGK or whatever, right? And so he's watching this thing. So then we went into the room. We were all standing there watching it or whatever, right? And then so we got all fucked up that weekend, and they were talking about going to this show that was going on in Ottawa, MGK, right? And so they're like, yeah, man, like we're gonna get you a ticket and shit and whatever. It's like, okay, cool. So then like the next time we went, because we went 4 times, so then every time was like a like he bought me a ticket, so next time I bought him a ticket
Right,
and like
yeah,
whatever. But anyway, so yeah, so then we went and saw MGK at
Barrymore's
Barrymore's,
Yeah.
yeah, and then I saw
at Algonquin.
no
no.
Choclair and help me out here. It wasn't even Choclair's show. It was the
Classified.
Classified, yeah, Classified and Choclair.
Yeah.
And then we went once to see Zach.
Zach's gig. Yeah.
Zach's.
Zach's
Oh, and I
gig.
saw Cameron there too.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, okay. I've been there more than okay. I thought I was only there the 3 times. So I've been there 5 times. 4 of them were for like big, like to me, like
Artists,
yeah, not just like oh cool, like a big artist,
No,
like,
like Cameron from
like,
the '90s.
Man, yeah, and like Cameron was like played more of a role in my life than like just like oh some
Like
music I
MGK?
listened to. It was like like this was like a fucking thing. Like me and my buddy really like we shared this like Dipset whole thing, you know, whatever.
Mhm.
And then again like No Use for Name, me and my brother shared this whole thing, and so on and so forth, right? So it was all of them were like very like near and dear to me, or like say like Classified and Choclair,
Yeah.
old school fucking
Canadian.
yeah.
like newer Canadian artists.
Yeah.
So point is, I kept it good where every time I went was like for something like
Big.
sick and big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barrymore's.
We actually got. We were trying to get. I'm like, how much for the fucking VIP, man? And like our DJ is there. You know, I'm trying to get something right. He's like, oh, they want you to buy 2 bottles and you get the fucking. I'm like, how much are the bottles? And then-
$500 a
I was
bottle.
like $240 or something for a bottle of Smirnoff. I'm like, what the fuck? I figured they'd give you like a bottle of Grey Goose or something
For a
that.
$20 bottle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm like, fuck that, whatever, man. So then he's like, I'll see what I can do. So we went and talked to Buddy. And he's like, hey, man, he said, like, if we buy a bottle, right? So we bought a bottle. And I remember we were fucking sitting, it was like balcony spots.
Yeah.
And I remember we were sitting there. I was.
Oh, yeah.
We had no business buying a bottle. I had no business buying a bottle, anyways. And I was sitting there. I remember, man. Fuck. I went like this. So I drank a drink. I remember sitting there hiccuping and like, fucking hammered. Not even watching the show. I'm just sitting there like, oh, like spilling out. Like, then I'm like, I went and I took the fucking cup and I took the bottle. What do you get, anyways? A gin or vodka?
It was vodka that
Yeah.
night.
Fucking poured like more than enough vodka into this cup. I don't even think I put ice in it or anything. So I put the bottle down, and I think maybe like someone grabbed the mix. So then like waited till they were done. So I just sort of like turned my head and held the cup like this, and I'm like, whatever, all fucked up. All right, cool, yeah. Looked at my cup and was like, oh, yeah, I'll drink what's left, right? But like, I was thinking that it was a mixture. Like, I forgot that I just put
Yeah.
the booze in. And I fucking downed it, and I was just like, oh, and I'm like, oh, fuck. But I just remember sitting there the whole time, like,
Just out of it.
like just fucked. Yeah, it was a good night though.
Yeah, that's a good night.
I love
I met-
things like that.
I met him. I met Class because I went outside. I went in the store, got a pack of smokes. I came out of the store. And as I came out of the store, there was like this.
Yeah,
These
there's.
2 gentlemen.
That's right.
I was about to like give great details of who they were and stuff, but anyways, doesn't matter.
No.
Because people would get offended by it. But anyways,
Right.
so these 2 gentlemen, they were like arguing and fighting. The one gentleman was kind of like running across the street towards the other gentleman, and gentleman 1 was like close to me, kind of walking towards the store. Like I assume he's going to the store, right? So anyways, they're arguing, whatever, and he's like, man, he's like, go back into the bar, like fuck you, whatever. He's like, there's no fucking problem, whatever, go away. So then the guy number 2, he runs away. So the guy number 1 turns around, looks at me, he's like, man, you see that? I'm like, yeah, what the fuck's that about? He's like, I don't even know that guy. I'm like, but clearly, like, he seems upset with you. And he's like, I don't know, man. He's like, he was yelling at me in the bar, and then he's like, they just followed me out and was like chirping at me, like, weird. And I was like, oh, cool, man. You got the fucking meet and greet? I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's going on right now because I think I was waiting for people to do it or something. And I'm like, yeah, I think it's going on right now. He's like, oh, fuck, yeah, whatever. Yeah. He's like, you want to go? He's like, here, man. Took the thing off and gave it to me. I'm like, seriously? I'm like, no, man. I'm like, take it. Like, what the fuck? He goes, no, man, go, man, go.
Yeah.
I'm like, seriously? Okay.
Shout out that guy.
Yeah, man. So then I ran in. I'm like, yeah. And there's this big lineup. There's like the fucking thing, and there's like a big lineup in the stairs. And I see him walking from behind the stage across the room. So I like instead of going up into the lineup, I ran down the stairs and ran and like cut him off at the stairs. I'm like, hey man, I'm like, the funny thing is, I'm like, man, can I take a picture with you? He's like, yeah. I turned to some random chick. I'm like, here, can you take a picture of us? And she was waiting to like meet him or whatever, right? And she's like, no, like what the fuck? I was like, okay,
What
so
a
then me and him took a
fucking
picture.
bitch.
My picture is like so horrible. But anyways, I just cut him off because I'm like, fuck that, I don't want to wait in the lineup. So I'm like, ew, and I think you and Zach did too.
I went up to him and shook his hand right before that. Like, it
Yeah,
was in
so
the
they
middle
cut
of
him off like right before me, and then I caught him on the stairs. I'm like, hey, I'm like,
Yeah.
what's up? Yeah, let me take a picture. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, because and then also too, we walk outside and we're walking down. I think we were going to another bar or something. We were trying to find something else to do, and we walk past the Royal Oak or some shit. I think it's across the street, and I'm telling the story. I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, this guy fucking gives me his fucking badge and this and that. I'm like, it's crazy, yeah, whatever. And like, there's Buddy. I'm like, hey, man. I'm like, that's the guy right there. And I'm like, here's your thing, man. And I gave it back to him.
Legend.
Yeah.
That was a
Guy's
good night.
legend.
That was a good
Good
night.
yeah. Shout out that guy for sure. Nice gentleman. You guys finish these? Eat them up.
Yeah, I'll have another little bit.
Yeah, you good for you?
Good for you, they say.
And
Few a day, keep the doctor
good
away.
for you.
And they're tasty.
Little tasty treat. Berta.
Good boys.
Oh yeah. As if we got into the Pizzagate. That's crazy.
Of course, bro.
But you guys know about like Cosmic Pizza and stuff.
Yeah.
The guy ran up in there with the gun and stuff because he thought there was kids there. Apparently there is no basement.
Apparently not. I didn't like. There's a lot of shit, right, that just gets talked about online.
But-
That just
And this is
That's what
on
they
the
do.
guy-
They
on-
do that. They
But yo-
put false information so people eat it up and spread false
Well, dude.
information, and then it's just shambles, and everyone looks stupid.
Dude,
Right.
this guy had on his site, he was selling fucking damaged pizzas for like, it was either $10,000 or $15,000. He was
Oh,
selling
God.
damaged pizzas, and they were something like, one of them was like so damaged it might not survive or something like that.
What
Like,
the fuck?
yeah, like, and they were talking about like the different toppings on them and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, yeah.
That's
So
not
it's
normal, bro.
Probably code and shit, but
That's
I don't know.
100%
I don't know.
that's code, bro.
But I just bought a cabinet off of Wayfair.
Shut the hell up, you sick
10
bastard,
grand.
bro.
10
You're
grand,
sick, bro.
yeah.
You're sick.
Fuck's
Don't joke like that.
sakes.
Don't joke like
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's probably like a bad joke to make, but
Yeah.
yeah. I actually I saw an ad for Wayfair, the other day. I forget what it was, but they actually had something that I was like, man, I'm like, I want that.
Yeah.
I forget what it was, but
Yeah, fuck Wayfair.
couldn't have wanted that bad then.
no, I guess not. Yeah, but it was something good.
You could probably get it somewhere else. Fuck Wayfair.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
What?
You're gonna support Wayfair?
But like 20 fucking seconds ago, you were talking about spreading false information.
What do you mean?
How do you know that's not false information?
No, that's fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, but we were just talking about the fucking.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Nobody
It
knows.
might be. It
We were
might
talking
be
about
false.
Cosmic
You're right.
Pizza, but we were just
100%.
talking about Cosmic Pizza, and you were like, I took note of it because I'm like, wait, we'll get to something where he will be like, oh, and like, so I was just talking about Cosmic Pizza, and you're like, oh, they like to spread false information,
Yeah.
but then now you're like, yeah, that's like
No.
confirmed in my mind.
No, it is the fucking.
But what if that's
missing,
false information?
The missing person's names were matched up with the cabinets. That's way too fucked up for me to think that's false information.
I guess. But the thing is,
That's
too,
fair.
the
And
other-
all I said was they put it out there. I never
But the
said
other
that
thing-
that was it.
the other thing that I have trouble with too, though, is like
And I'm open to all theories. I'm
So
not
like
just
I
saying
said,
this is that and that's that.
one of our buddies, I won't name him, but he's probably watching, and if he is, he knows who he is. But he showed me a bunch of videos on the Pizzagate shit. And but the thing is like, so he comes in the room like, imagine, he goes, no, like it's real. I'm like, yeah, but my thing is like they just showed me an email from fucking Hillary Clinton to fucking
Obama.
Obama talking about this hot dog pizza party, but I'm like, I don't know that that's an email. Like I could just like make up a picture that says all this stuff, and it's like,
She's in
Email
court
or
because
whatever,
of
right?
those emails.
who is?
Hillary
Hillary Clinton.
Clinton.
Oh, okay. I didn't
She'll
know.
never face
But I thought they
justice,
disappeared though. I thought they disappeared.
They
And it
probably
was over.
yeah. I
She
don't-
deleted those emails. Those are deleted emails that were taken from her.
But either way, my point is that when you see these things, who knows that like any?
Yeah, exactly. You're
'cause
right.
it's
Though.
like,
You're
yeah.
right. 100%. You're right.
But at the same time, I'm also still on. The
I just
side
go
of, like,
off
this
what
shit's
I
probably
believe
going
in.
on.
Like, if I think that that's true, I will defend it to what I believe in.
It definitely
when I
makes
looked
you
into
think,
the
right?
Wayfair
If you're
thing,
if you're open-minded enough to like see these things and
Yeah,
and
100%.
wonder whether or not something like, especially when you talk about like all the different things, that you hear and read about, like there's got to be some part of most people that go, that think this there's got to be some grain.
there's
of
a lot
truth.
of stuff that I find
Have
and
you
I
ever
send to my woke friends, and they're like, "That might not be true," and that's
Right,
totally
and
fine.
that's fine, but, like,
that, you gotta look
at
through
least
the shit
so at
to
least
find
have
shit.
like an
That's
open
right.
mind about it and think, well,
Absolutely,
what if?
Absolutely.
But like, have you ever
Yeah.
seen that video of it's like Buckingham Palace and
the guy falls out the window.
yeah, the naked
boy climb.
Yeah, he's
Dude.
like climbing out the
Yeah,
window
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It's
No
like,
one knew anything about it. It didn't happen.
but
Like
I
I saw the video, but
Everybody saw
according
the
to
video.
like police and ambulance and everybody, it didn't
exactly.
fucking
Yeah,
happen.
Right.
I mean, there's
Sorry, I
clear
cut you
video
off,
of
but
it.
yeah.
No, but that's the thing, right? That's what I'm talking about.
He
It's
was, like, climbing
how
out, like-
do you explain that
Yeah.
rationally?
Yeah.
What part of any person could go, oh well,
But-
that's just this thing, like
Yeah.
But
some
again-
drunk guy, or
but
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
But
that
here's
was
the
a
thing,
kid
again,
running
though.
for his life.
Yeah.
Here's the
Crazy.
thing again, though. How do we know that that wasn't in the police or ambulance or anybody made any note
Like
of it,
adjustments
right?
to the
Because they just told us that, right? So I don't get me wrong. I totally agree and
what do you mean they
that's,
just told us that? What?
Well, because I didn't see.
he's saying
I didn't-
that that video might be fake. Or,
No, not the video. Like, so what if I said, like, well, just what they're saying is like they checked the police reports and checked the ambulance reports and checked the
Oh, right, and there's
security
just no-
reports at the place.
Yeah, and
there's nothing
yeah,
reporting
of
this
course
kid or
not.
whatever, right?
Of
No,
course not.
I know,
What
but
it-
my point is what if that's not even true?
Right.
Because I didn't go through the reports. I don't know what.
But that
day
doesn't
happened.
matter. That's
I know,
like a
I know.
moot point.
I'm not
Like,
saying no.
does
I
it-
know, but
it
what
clearly
I'm saying,
happened.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying, yeah, it happened. But what I'm saying is like, how do we know that? But that's a sign of them covering it up, right? So
Yes.
now I'm saying, who says that they actually covered it up? My point is the things that you guys have been saying to me all night is, how do you know that actually happened, or that's misinformation, or that's this?
100%.
So I'm just saying, I like to see every side of it. So again, like, I totally agree that that's fucked up, and that, like, yes, okay, I believe that what they're saying is true or whatever, right? And like, so I'm totally on your side. But my point is that you guys seem to pick and choose when you think that could be untrue.
Absolutely, based off the information
Well,
we're
no,
given.
all-
You
so,
can
like-
only.
But I could tell you anything.
Yeah, you can tell me
and-
anything, and I'll do my research, and I'll go through
So
the
did,
shit.
but
to
did
make
you
sure.
go through the police reports? Did you go through the ambulance
wait,
reports?
wait,
Did you
wait,
No,
go
no,
through
no.
the-
I don't know about that
But
video.
that doesn't
I just
matter,
saw
though,
the
right?
video.
Exactly. I saw the video too,
I didn't
right?
go through anything of
And
that. I
so
didn't do
like,
any
the
information
video
on
is
that.
clearly there for anyone
Yeah.
to see. Like, if you can fucking look it up on YouTube,
Yeah.
I'm sure, right? So even if
But what if he was there willingly and he was sneaking out because of some shit?
Yeah.
What if he
if?
was banging Megan? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm pretty sure he looked like a fucking 12-year-old boy.
He was
like
a
this-
little boy
I
Yeah,
don't know
dude.
about
escaping
that,
from
though.
a
I saw the
room.
video.
He looked like a
I don't know.
younger person, man.
They say in the
Trippy,
video,
man.
like, oh
It's
yeah, it's
trippy
like a
shit.
young boy and stuff, but I don't think so. It looked like a pretty big young boy.
I don't think so. I'm gonna
definitely
rewatch.
didn't
It's
look
been a
that
minute
big.
since I've
Never
seen it,
seen
right?
it.
So I'm gonna
It
rewatch
was,
it.
yeah. What was whenever I went to see Buddy in Toronto?
So what
Like I
you're
said, I
saying
would-
too is that they can't sexually assault like a 16-year-old boy or a 15-year-old boy. You know what I mean? They could.
No, he's
But I
saying
didn't see
that
his ID.
he's
I'm just
basically saying that you don't know what's like
What's
made
real and
up.
what's- Of
Yeah,
course.
like,
no one
because,
does.
like,
you
what
have
they're
to-
telling you
have
could
to
be
take
made
the
up.
information for what it
Yeah.
is and go off your own beliefs.
Yeah.
Off,
Yeah.
The
off
fact that they're
information
saying
gained.
you've
But
Yeah.
all
yeah.
I'm saying, like, it's not even like it doesn't have to be a big
No,
discussion.
no.
I'm just saying that, like,
You're
just,
right, you're right.
Just,
You're 100%
yeah,
right.
like I said, I see all the sides, right? And so, like, even I've said it tonight too. Is yeah, but what if that's not true information?
100%,
But I'm
and
just saying,
100%.
I just,
You're right.
Like I said, if I don't, I'm not saying that I don't believe it. I'm just saying that
You question everything,
I question everything,
which
So then
everyone does,
it
and
could
then
be
you
fucking
base it off
whatever.
your own beliefs.
But until I actually see, so believe nothing or none of what you hear and half of what you see, right?
That's right.
So and then like again,
So
I'm not,
it could
I'm
have
not,
been-
like disagreeing or like arguing the fact that
You never
It's
know
happened.
what
probably
the
just
fuck
some
it is.
like
It just
so.
looks
So you're
fucked
saying
up.
it could potentially like if you're going away from the conspiracy theory stuff, this could just be some like maybe palace worker, like he's working there, he's getting it on with like someone he's not supposed to be getting it on with, and like he gets caught. He's like, "Fuck, I need to get out of here," and jumps
So
out the
he
window,
makes a giant thing out of rope to climb out the window.
out of the
What
bed
the
sheets.
fuck?
Yeah.
Well, she fucking got
No.
up and got dressed and took the
No.
fucking prince down the thing and was like, oh, like, yeah. You know, he's like,
He was just
breakfast
trying to-
is ready,
Yeah.
right? And she's like, I'm coming, yeah, like, don't come in. Yeah.
So yeah,
but
you're
no,
right.
like-
it could be that. It could
No,
be
and
that.
like I said, like I'm not saying, like I said, I totally like agree that like yeah, it's fucked up. But my point is that because in my mind, you hear that story. Okay, this guy's you watch the video, you see the guy coming out the like sheet rope out of the palace, and he falls. So then they're saying
Apparently to his death. Like if he fell a long fucking
it
way.
was pretty
damn.
far for sure. Yeah. But what they're saying is that.
Now, would you risk
what
your
makes-
life for pussy like
what
that?
makes it seem
I
what
don't
what
think
makes
so.
people skeptical about it is that the fact that there's no reports of it happening, right? But what I'm saying is that
How do you know there's no
how do you know
reports?
there's no reports? And I like I said, I believe it. I saw the video. I know it happened. But the thing is how do we know that what they're saying happened, right? Maybe
Yeah.
maybe the guy wasn't that hurt. I mean, it was high, and also too where you see there's like a fence, like so it goes down further than where you actually see, right?
Right.
So I don't think he survived, but I'm just saying, hypothetically, he falls, he survives. The security was like, yeah, no, this happened, whatever. Yeah, he's good. He's got a bump and a bruise and whatever, and they send him on his way, right? Then
A bump and a
these people are like, oh, let's go through the information and see what happened. Oh, the cops never reported. Oh, the ambulance never reported. Well, let's
You'd
just
think,
say
though,
the
there would
fucking
be some
security
kind
never
of like
reported
if
it.
that was like that though, and that did happen, like you'd think that would be newsworthy in some respect, like if that shit
Oh,
happened
yeah,
at the
yeah.
White House,
Unless
you know what I
they're trying
mean?
to
Like
cover it up, then they don't-
exactly right. So
So
like
it's
the
just-
only reason why it doesn't make or it makes sense that they completely whitewashed it and just like
But I mean,
didn't
like,
talk about it is because
Of
there's
what?
some shit there and they didn't
yeah,
want
oh
people
yeah,
to know
but like
about
I
it.
said, it's that. Like I said, that still is like to me like a fact or not a fact, like a clue or like a hint into all of this stuff, and I definitely like
100%.
believe it and think it's fucked up. But it's just I just always think, but how do I know that? Because I didn't see it, right? So like even too, like I said, they show the email and it's like, oh, like Hillary Clinton to Barack Obama, and it's like said all of these words, and I'm like,
Yeah, no,
but
those
how
are
do I know
those,
that
yeah,
happened, right?
Yeah, she's in court for that.
Well,
because
yeah, and
those
I
are
know,
deleted
but
and-
she deleted them. But where is this? Like, how do I know that what they're showing me is like a screenshot of an email, right? So like I'm not denying any of it. I'm just saying that the same thing as what you guys are saying. That like, how do you know that? Like, how can you confirm that?
and that's
You can think of
that's
that
what
with
they
anything.
do,
How can
and
you
that's
confirm
exactly
that?
what they do. They make people question. They make people question like that.
But see, like, so I just mean like until I see it for sure. Because even too, like, so let's say,
Like so
Let-
that
but
means
let's
like
say- let's say
you'd
you're
have to be
saying-
like a recipient directly. Like one of these emails would have had to have been sent to Styles the Prophet, you know, like directly for you to be like, it's actually a fact.
oh no, but how are they getting this email, right?
It got hacked.
It got hacked, bro. And
Oh, okay. But then,
and taken
but
from her deleted emails.
but either way,
and
but regardless, but like you guys, okay, so you're getting stuck on the exact specific thing. My point is how because I didn't
Some
know that,
Joe
right?
Schmo could
But I
have
just
written
mean,
up
like-
this
Yeah,
email,
I know what you're
screenshot
saying.
it,
yeah,
and
know what
but
you're
I
sent
just
it.
mean like
I know
I
what you're saying.
only said that point to be like, man, we don't know that for a fact, because what if it is in the police reports, it is in the ambulance reports, it's in the security reports, but they said, okay, everybody shut your fucking mouth because this is the
Just-
palace or whatever, right? And don't put it in the news because fuck off, right?
Right.
Because we have this power or whatever, right? Here's a bunch of money or whatever. So maybe it is in police reports and it did happen, but they just didn't make it a big deal because of whatever, right? So again, too, like a lot of what I'm saying is, I guess, like grasping, but I just mean like same thing. I don't know for real, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I saw the video and it happened, but I don't know that what makes us think that it's a cover up happened.
So
You know
right,
what I
so
mean?
like the
So
question
it's
is it right? So we don't know why he was escaping. Like we don't know the facts, right? So people are speculating that this was some abducted kid that was getting like sex trafficked or whatever to the palace, because
Right.
that's a big
which I
common
do,
thing, right? Is that the Queen goes to like that's where all the missing kids from
Nova Scotia
Canada
and
and
stuff.
like all the
Yeah.
indigenous like kids got like they get shipped off to the fucking Queen and they get sex trafficked around the world, whatever. Like that's a common theory, a conspiracy theory. or like you said, or I said, it could just be some random palace worker that was boning the wrong dude, or boning the wrong dude, boning the wrong
Maybe that
chick.
too,
Yeah.
though.
Maybe
Prince
that too,
Charles or
yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
right?
and like it's like, oh, we can't have that getting out, or like he's just like, you know.
It was a feminine 20-year-old, small-bodied 20-year-old. But anyways, but I just mean like, yeah, you know, like you don't like know.
We don't know the
for a fact.
facts
So like
behind
even
it.
to like say this guy, the sheriff, the fucking with the
You guys are
alien thing I
losing
was
your
talking
show
about.
after this.
Yeah,
Oh,
really,
we should have
yeah.
been canceled 100
Oh,
times
yeah.
by now.
But you know how I said earlier, the sheriff said that he went and checked out this fucking like pieces of the spacecraft or whatever, and then whenever he went to take pictures of it, it was a fucking weather balloon. Well, how do I know that's true? You know what I mean? Like how, like sure, the sheriff.
I gotcha.
You know,
It's,
like
at
someone
some
with
point,
credential-
you don't know, like unless you were
Fucking
there, and
follow
you
the
saw it with your
string,
own
man.
eyes.
Yeah.
You know
Follow
what I
the
mean?
strings.
At some point, though, you do have to make
all
an
Conscious
educated
decision.
guess or a
Side, are you
rational
on this
decision
side?
Yeah,
about
well,
where you sit on,
all I'm
on
saying,
what's
I
right
guess,
and what's
is
wrong.
just that you have to allow for that, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just, and the only reason I'm like stuck on it is because I feel like I'm trying to like explain myself out of like a, like.
Out of the
I'm not
box
saying
right now.
I'm not saying I totally disagree with that or that I don't believe it, because I do, and like you know, like I think that's fucked up, and like obviously there's more to
Everything,
more
yeah.
evidence lining up all this shit. So then when you see this, you're like, okay, like this is also not helping their case type thing. So I get it. I'm totally with you guys, but it's just, you know, everything has to have like, it's like, what if, or like, you know, like
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
if indeed?
Bully wants to know who's the guy in the middle.
me.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I was like, why?
That's the first thing I noticed. I was
Oh,
like, what
shit,
the
man,
fuck,
yeah.
Styles, bro? You lost your
Oh
fucking
man,
beard, bro.
today actually I told this story. Bisho's probably heard this story. This will be the third time, I think.
Yeah.
But I was like, I've been thinking. Here's the thing. I was thinking, okay, as it gets a little bit warmer throughout the spring, I'm like, maybe I'll like trim it down to like a shorter, less like fucking Bushman beard, a little shorter, and like trim my hair down a bit. And then like once it gets like really hot, like summer, like late June or something like that, I'll fucking shave my head and then like shave my face except for the little thing. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that, right? Today I was like, man, it's so fucking hot. I'm like, I want to shave my head, and I was like, don't. I'm like, don't fuck up your hair and shit, whatever. Even though it's already fucking jacked. But so I was like, okay, man. So I sit there and I had the fucking big guard on, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna trim my beard. I was looking at myself in the mirror, running. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, oh, but as soon as it's a chore for me, because as soon as I do it, I'm like, I have to finish it, right? You can't just like leave it. You have to get every little piece. Then you get in the shower. And then you get out of the shower and you're like, oh, there's this fucking shit right
Yeah.
here. And this one's long. And you're fucking cutting the shit. So anyways, I'm like, I don't want to get into it. And Bisha was on his way. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, I'm doing it. So I just went, "Meow," and I was like, oh shit. I literally like immediately
You should've just
regretted
left
it. 'Cause I
it.
was like, oh fuck. So
I did
then-
the same thing when
I
I
went
cut my
down,
beard.
and
Immediately
then I was like,
regretted
okay, I
it.
got it to like a whatever the level was, and then I'll get it all down to this, and then I'll trim
What's
the
this?
rest of it.
What's the size? What's the size?
This, I don't know. I think it was fucking. I don't even know. I didn't even look.
That's got to be like a number 3 or 4.
Oh, it's fucking. Well, no, this was. Well, I don't know. See, mine come in like millimeters.
Oh, you don't. It's not just like a number 1, 2, 3,
No, so
4.
I have like a. So it's like a trimmer, like a beard trimmer thing.
Right.
And then it's like so it's not like a big like clipper, but then you can get like I have like a little attachment for it that goes on, so it's like a wider blade, and then it does have like, that's what I use to like do the big shit.
We go
But
from
it's like-
talking about the craziest.
I don't know, yeah, true, yeah,
Styles
yeah.
shaving his face.
But it's like, I don't know, it might be like a fucking. I'll look at it and email you guys. Netflix you guys. But no, it was.
Netflix.
It's like, yeah, no, it's from a. Oh shit.
Mhm.
And then I cut this one down a little shorter, and then this one shorter, and then I fucking line it up a little bit. But so point is, yeah, it takes a while, and I hate doing it, and I hate doing it myself, so I didn't want to do it, and then I did it, and here we are. I even was saying to you guys outside smoking and shit, I'm like, man, I keep like, I'll go like this, I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I don't have anything there, and like,
It's weird, eh? Like I shaved my beard off probably like the beginning of the
I
year.
looked in the mirror, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, immediately, like you said, immediate regret. I was just like, I was doing the same thing. I'm like, oh, should I do it? Should I not?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just like immediate. I was just like, fuck it.
It's a terrible feeling, man.
The ladies
was-
love it, man, but the summer, I fucking hate it, man. Like, I had my buddy's mom. Well, sounds bad, I guess. I had my buddy's mom cut my hair, and she was like, my buddy was sitting like not her son, but another buddy of mine was sitting off to the side, Jamie,
Okay.
and he just got his hair cut, right? And so he's sitting there, and he's like, I could trying to annoy her, like, you know, and so she's cutting my hair, whatever, and he's like, he always tells me, shave that fucking beard, man. She's like, what the fuck? So he's like, oh, shave his beard. Yeah, get his beard. Yeah. He's like, at least take like a bunch of it off, whatever. Give him a ding. He's like, at least fucking, yeah. He's like, take some of it off, whatever. Yeah. She's like, no. And she's like, do you want me to take some off? And I'm like, I was going to get you like trimming a bit just to get the crazy ends off it and shit. She's like, yeah, but like, we're not taking it off. And I'm like, oh no, like just takes like some of it off, right? And she's like, I don't want to take too much. She's like, because I like the beard. You know, and my other, like, my normal barber is like, whenever I'm like, oh yeah, like just take it right off. She's like, no, like I'll just like trim it down nice, and then if you don't like it, you can take care of it or whatever, right? So then, anyways, yeah. So I'm like, oh yeah, fucking ladies love the fucking beard, man, yeah. But I had to fucking do it, man. And I think I might even shave it down, but I don't know. It's weird. I feel like so if I were to shave this,
You gotta get like the Bic
thing
razor.
is
and
now
like,
you gotta
yeah.
go through the whole part of the growing process, and then
it
the
gets itchy.
the
Yeah,
itchy stage.
yeah.
yeah, but that
Yeah.
doesn't really bug me.
No.
I just like.
Yeah.
I just
Looking
turned
like a crackhead
Yeah,
or
I
something.
just turned it into a joke. But my thing is, though, the other thing is, like, man, like, I get fucking hot, man. So, like, any little bit helps, man. Like, any little bit helps. Like, so a beard, I have no room for a beard in the summer, man. I probably have one
I don't
last year,
find.
I
mean,
know,
your
but-
beard was way bigger than mine, but I don't feel like it adds that much to like
Oh, dude.
the heat of things. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, man.
that's
I have
not.
no idea. Even today, man, just, like, feeling the wind on my face and stuff. Oh, man. But, like, I feel it, especially under my neck. I guess maybe you're not supposed to have a neck beard. I don't know. I get people make fun of me. They call me neck beard, but
If it comes like right down your neck, then yeah, that's
yeah.
kind of gross. But if like
It's like-
you just you got to shape it with your jaw, right?
Hilarious.
But either way, yeah, fucking ladies love the beard. I shaved it, but if I shave it like right down, so say I pick this down, I look like a little kid.
Baby face style.
Yeah.
man,
face.
yeah. But I shouldn't have shaved it though, because as soon as you were like, "Oh shit," or whatever, I'm like, "Oh shit!" Right away, I thought of the t-shirts. I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah." Fucking beard.
It'll
and
come
t-shirt
back.
shit.
It'll come
Yeah,
back.
it'll be back.
Yeah, oh,
Give it
winter?
a couple weeks.
Fuck winter, I'm fucking growing her back. See, the thing is, I find that my hair takes a while to grow. My hair was actually getting, my beard was getting long, because like I said, I usually get it trimmed down a bit, like just the like ends to make it all normal.
Yeah.
And some of the like long kind of stray hairs, it was fucking pretty long. I could go like this, and like pull the hairs on the
Right,
end. So I was
yeah,
like, oh
shit, that's
shit,
long.
yeah, like.
I've never tried to grow my beard because I always do the same thing. I just like keep it trimmed and like keep it like generally the same length.
They say apparently if you so like with your hair, so like I used to tell her like because I would get all the the backs and the back and the sides like trimmed down like really low,
Yeah.
like shaved down, and then like the top I was leaving long because it wasn't very long at the time, so I was like, just don't do anything with the top, let's get it back. She's like, oh well, just take a little off. I'm like, no. I'm like a third of where I want to be, so I'm like, let it fucking grow. She's like, no, but if I cut the little bit off, it stimulates it to grow, right? So essentially, like, if you're like taking that little bit off, it should be growing, right?
Right.
And it does, but I
But
just
I'm
mean it should be
constantly
growing
doing
more.
it, right?
Oh, yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
always, well, not always, but like at least like once or twice a week. I'm just like
But you
trimming
think-
off
but
the.
you think that
the
would
fuzz.
stimulate it more, right? And you think that it would like grow more, right?
It gets thicker,
Yeah.
but it doesn't get
Okay.
longer because I'm
Yeah,
not
okay.
letting it, right? So like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm sure like the beard like
Oh, yeah,
fills
I
out
see,
more,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it
I'm
doesn't.
just
It
thinking
doesn't.
that-
I
Do you
don't
use
get any.
beard
like-
I
oil?
guess what I'm thinking is that it would like, like if you stopped, it would like grow faster, or more,
Maybe like if I left it for like
I don't though.
a couple weeks, you should.
beard oil.
Yeah,
I actually put
you get
sometimes-
a nice shine, and you can shape it real nice.
Sometimes I put
It
CBD
smells
in my,
nice.
my beard.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dope. That's
But
dope.
I see. So like my buddy
He
was
goes,
getting it
sometimes I put CBD in my beard.
Yeah.
Legend.
just because it's well yeah
Legend.
whatever. But so legend,
Cheers.
nice yeah.
Child profit.
Cheers, man. So my buddy or my cousin, shout out Zinger. He
Zinger.
Zinger, yeah. He oh shit, I lost my train of thought. Oh, his buddy, guy he knows makes. It's called Wicked Valley.
Woo! What the
Let her
fuck,
rip.
bro?
But Wicked Valley, I think it's called, and it's beard oil and palms and all that shit
Nice.
or whatever.
Is
the
it
fuck.
natural or is it?
natural with chemicals. I don't know. I guess so. I would assume so. Yeah. But where am I going with this?
I don't fucking know. We're talking about beards.
Yeah, so his buddy gives him all this shit, right? So he's like, "Oh, you should try beard oil. I'll give you one of the fucking things he gave me or whatever," right? I'm like, I'm good, man.
You're crazy.
And then one day I was sitting, I went to a buddy's place, and my one buddy was there, and so we're all sitting around the table. Picked up this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And I thought it was like something for dogs, because like there was like 3 of them had their dogs there and shit. So I thought it was something for dogs, like some tick shit or like whatever. Right? I picked up, what the fuck is this shit? I'm like, oh, that smells good. I'm like, this smells like something you put on a human. And my buddy goes, well, I hope so. And I'm like, why? He goes, man, he's like, that's for my beard. I'm like, oh, really? And he goes, yeah, man. And I didn't have a beard at the time, but he's like, yeah, he's like, squirt a little out, right? Because I was like, what is it? It's like cream or like what the fuck? And so I squirted out. It's like gold oil shit.
Yeah.
But point is a lot of people I know use them.
Right.
I never have, other than the CBD. But I would get into it. I guess.
I mean,
When
if you're
you-
growing a beard, you might as well.
Yeah, especially when you get like a big thick beard like you had.
Yeah.
Like it
That
definitely
hit me really hard right there. Yeah.
knife to the heart. But yeah, man, like honestly, it keeps it like shiny and smooth, like softer feeling, and like
Well, yeah, and the thing is
it
like,
stops
a
the
lot of
fuzzies getting all crazy, you know, like
A lot of the like lads, as we call them, the fucking
The boys.
Hey, the
Yeah.
boys out in the sticks.
they like I'll see. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, like your beard looks good, yeah. And I'm like, is that what it does? Like, is that what it is? Because like even my cousin, he'll get his like nice and like trimmed up, so it's all like perfect and shit.
Yeah.
But it'll be like 2 weeks later, he'll show up like that, and I'm like, oh yeah, did you get your shit done up again? He's like, no. He's like, I just put the stuff in it and like
Yeah.
combed it or whatever. I'm like, oh fuck, it looks really good, yeah.
Weird.
gotta
So-
take care. You gotta manscape, you know.
Yeah, so point is I
Yeah.
get it, I do think that it does look better, but I just never have really, except for the CBD again. But
Yeah.
it's like the same idea. It's just there's no smell in it, right?
Right.
It's all like some kind of like vitamin E or like oil stuff. Excuse me, sorry. There's a burp directly in the microphone.
Yeah. Well, should we segue this into a rap segment or what?
I don't know, man. We're not in the basement anymore. I said we're not doing
Yeah,
it.
true
Not in the
enough,
basement.
man. All right.
Does it matter? We're in a studio though. It's like almost a better environment.
Yeah, but before it was the basement weirdos. It was 4G came in rugged in the ghost with the ghosts in the basement, and now I'm here in this fucking lighted
Oh,
environment.
that's right.
My flesh is burning because I'm a vampire, but I will still do one for you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh.
Trip.
Hey.
Sorry, I was just texting my buddy, tell him that we're live on YouTube. Hey man, what's going on your phone?
What do you mean? That's from the show American Horror Story.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would.
All right, so
Queuing up a beat over there, Jonesy.
yeah.
All right. Well, shout out to everyone rocking with us tonight. Right on.
Mic check. Hello. Yo.
Get nice and close to that mic.
Okay.
Not too close though.
Oh shit.
Fist away, at least.
Oh.
Yo, it's Trip. Bars. Yo. Hey yo, all this shit inside me, why they say that he the devil's son. Sit inside a circle, sipping sacrificial serpent's blood, counting down the days to the higher come to cover us. Looking through the ashes and admire what the fire does. Fear in the air, yeah, I bet they sweat. I got gear, they don't jam like that SKS. Speak names that night, watch they chests get swept on the curb that they stay, that they say they rep, and all the pieces to the puzzle. Beast without the muzzle, ain't no leash, so you in trouble. On the streets, he's making double. Only art in these bars. Watch me pain, create the hustle. Can't talk about the rocks if you never been through rubble. Yeah, heart made of ice, but the fire melt the snowflake. They get to talking, close coughing, that's a cold case. Talk like they moving, but they never take the whole weight. Team came from nothing, had to work, but the work pays. I raise the bar, always higher to the bar breaks. That raw Pacino counting money like I'm Scarface. Put some metal in your mouth, had them bars taste. Choking on your blood like a dick will swallow wall late. It's Trip.
Hey.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
rugged.
Shut it down.
What was that last thing he said? Swallow Wale?
Swallow all 8.
Oh, okay.
8 bullets in a clip of the.
Yeah,
Claw.
yeah.
You know. If you
Put
don't
some
know, now you
Swallow
know.
Tell me how those bars taste.
Yeah,
Dope.
yeah.
I love it.
Fuck, I forget what was that. There was something earlier that hit me. I'm so bad at this. I'm like, oh,
Watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm
Check
so
it.
bad for it though. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh man, I'm like, as soon as this is done, I'm gonna be like, that bar was so sick. And then later, I'm like, oh no, this bar. And I'm like, what was the first bar? I don't know.
Sit inside a circle, sipping sacrificial serpent's blood.
Just a writer.
Yeah.
Shit,
That's what I do.
man.
Yeah, my new album's gonna be pretty dope.
Yeah, so you're
Looking
gonna have
forward
that out around later August, you were saying?
Yeah, probably around the same time that Art Gallery dropped. It's looking like that anyway, so
Dope.
if not, maybe first week of September, but I'm aiming for August.
Yeah. You have some visuals lined up
Nah, not
for any
really.
tracks?
No. Didn't even get that far. I got some. I only need to do a couple more songs, and then I'm gonna sit down with Tino, get everything in order, find just like stuff that works to put throughout the songs, and make everything a masterpiece.
Hell yeah. We look forward to the trilogy.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
I'm sorry.
I guess like
Straight
all that
face,
shit's
straight
being
face.
like put on Spotify and shit. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be on all platforms.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I got 2 songs that I just released recently. One's called "Don't Go to Sleep" and the other one's called "To the Grave." Those are
Yeah.
on all platforms. Link in my bio. And I just released 2 covers to my Instagram live. One of them's fresh from yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Go
Actually, you
check
know
it out,
what?
go check it out.
Twigs. Shout out Twigs, Burrow Media. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
But actually, Twigs earlier, he's like, "Who you having on?" I'm like, "Trip." He's like, "Oh no, I like never heard of him." Excuse me. So we showed him some pictures and shit, and then I pulled out the fuck's it called, Graveyard
To the Grave.
or To the Grave, yeah.
Yeah.
And I turned that on, and he's like, "Oh, is that him?" I'm like, "Yeah." A couple seconds later, he's like, "Excuse me, sir." A couple seconds later, he's like, "Oh," and he's like, "I think I heard that the other day," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm like, I think it's new, so it's like all over the place." and shit,
Floating
right?"
around
He's like,
Ottawa.
Yo, he's like, "I saw it on Instagram something earlier." I'm like, "Yeah, that's Trip." Then.
Now you know.
Yeah, the more you know. Well, just the more you know. Then reading is knowledge, and knowledge is power.
That's right.
Any crazy comments?
Sometimes too much knowledge isn't power.
Too much knowledge.
When you know
Actually,
too much, it's not good.
You know what?
Right.
Actually, I honestly think that like you could overload your brain, and having too much information, or like say like being like not having too much information. Yeah, having too much information. I guess what it would be. But like I find like sometimes super smart people like are crazy or like go
Oh,
crazy,
yeah.
or like in history work.
You have to
crazy or
understand how
whatever.
their brains work. It's
And
just
it's like-
constantly going.
Drives
yeah,
them
and it's
mental.
Like, so in my mind, I'm like, shit, man. I'm like, but if you had like that much knowledge and understanding and everything, like, or whatever, that like, that would fucking fuck you up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how many
It's like-
hours a night that Einstein slept?
None.
No.
3.
3, yeah.
3 hours a night, every
I
single.
think
So, what do you think that does to the brain?
Oh, yeah.
That builds plaque.
it burns
and
it out.
And the plaque,
It burns it out.
the plaque
But,
gives you.
Honestly, though, I think a lot of
this-
these
What's it called? With the old people, and
Dis-
they forget
dis-
stuff.
Dementia.
Alzheimer's,
The other one, dementia.
dementia, Alzheimer's. Yeah.
Yeah, well, dementia's like fucking your brain's
Yeah, it's dementia,
degenerating.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dementia.
But like, I think a lot of these like genius people like throughout history, like
Shakespeare smoked crack.
probably.
There was
But I think honestly, they probably were on the spectrum of like
facts.
autism or
Right.
like, you know,
But you know what, though?
Asperger's.
I
or
don't even
something.
think autism was a thing back then. I think autism
Well, but
came
it-
from
Well,
vaccines.
no, it was no, and I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna get into
Yeah.
that.
But here's the
Definitely
thing.
not, because it's a neurological thing, and I don't think vaccines have
What's
anything
his
to do
name?
with that.
Had a fucking Einstein.
We just went there,
there's
man.
there's a thing in your brain that does your math for you, or that like helps you do the math.
I'm missing that.
And really,
No.
I was like, what?
My
But
brain doesn't do math for me.
Einstein. Oh yeah. But Einstein, his was bigger. They took his brain and like studied it, and his was like
Because
a
it was
lot
swollen.
bigger than,
Right.
than normal
Makes
people's.
sense.
And some people say like, or not some people say, but I've
It's
had
just
people say
swollen.
to me like, oh, it's because he practiced math all the time, so you like build your muscle, right?
Right.
But they're saying that like he just was gonna be good at math no matter what because he.
That's just the way his brain was
Yeah.
Made.
programmed.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like I have
man.
a bigger penis, so then like that's just
It's just the way it was.
suggested, so I'm really good at not.
Doing things.
But it's only like once
Anyways,
once in a
bad
few
joke.
generations that we get like people like Tesla, Einstein, fucking Elon Musk. Fuck Elon Musk, but like that guy.
Everyone's starting to hate on Elon.
Yeah, fuck Elon Musk.
That's because he fucked you with your fucking doggy coin.
I know.
Yeah.
I was out of Dogecoin anyways. Fuck that too. I think it's a joke. But he definitely
The
crashed
thing
Bitcoin.
is he's just doing it for himself. He's making his own money. You know what I mean? Like he's
Oh.
probably buying all the Bitcoin now.
Now he is, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's I think there's a lot of whale manipulation going on where they're
Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, we'll put a bunch of FUD out there and make the price go down and buy it all back at a cheaper price.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Hey, I'm still holding mine though. I'm holding strong. I'm fucking not letting
Hold
go.
strong, bro.
I'm not letting go.
Yeah, my Bitcoin.
Call me if you need any help.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good. Don't worry about it.
Oh well, fuck it. I got my crypto card now.
Yeah. He's on his way.
You guys are
Fucking
fucked.
right, yeah. We're driving down
You're
the
doomed.
street on crypto. Car paid for by crypto.
Yeah.
Gas paid for by crypto.
It's the future, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. I'm telling you now.
Fuck. No, I'm not that much into it. But at the same time, I probably could rent a car and pay for the gas with crypto. So then I could say that.
Yeah. And you should just so you can say that.
True that, yeah. Oh,
You should
man.
do it
Yeah, I should
tomorrow
just
and
I
vlog
should
it.
literally just make a
Yeah.
vlog. Yeah, I should literally just make a vlog of that.
Yeah.
I won't rent a car paid by for crypto or with crypto, yeah, but not my shibs.
Because your shib coins are now
Nobody's
like
getting
worthless.
my fucking shibs.
Do it when you go on the trip.
Oh no, but no, my shibs. Well, yeah, they're worthless. But the thing is there's so many of them that if it hits a cent, I'm rich. Well, not even rich. I'm like good for the next couple of years for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
that's-
And I probably would just take it out at that because I don't see.
Yeah,
anything beyond
trust me,
that,
I
but even
hope
if
you
it
do.
hit us-
If
but
you
even-
hit nice, just take it out. Just do it,
Oh yeah,
please.
I'll buy like a.
So
little
what? I
boat.
want to get into your mindset of like, like you clearly are totally against cryptocurrency and you hate it, right?
Yeah.
So what? Why is
Why
that?
wouldn't you just get a credit card and good credit?
Well, I have that too.
Okay, so what? Like, why are you gonna invest your money into these things?
So
and then
can I
have
explain
someone
this a
like
little bit?
Elon Musk come and
So-
fucking
We
rape
don't
you?
make
Credit-
money off a credit card.
well, exactly. So credit
what do you
You
mean?
is
get higher credit limits though.
sure you can, but credit is based on fiat currency, right? It consistently loses value, right? There's been no point in the last 100 years where
Get him, Jonesy.
$1,000 has been able to buy you more in the future than it did in the past,
Right.
It's constantly, especially when they're putting out $2.9 trillion,
Yeah.
right? Your fiat currency, your money is why houses are going up. It's why all
$1 trillion.
it's like why everything is inflating, right? Because the amount of money in circulation is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So that reduces the value of all the other money in
Okay,
circulation.
but when you wake up, do you fucking see that your credit card just got $500 deducted
It
from
doesn't-
it for no reason?
Well, it doesn't matter, man. Like
Well, what does
so I
credit
started
cards have to do with that?
Well, didn't you just wake up the other day and you lost $500 for nothing?
Oh yeah, but that was assumed that I didn't lose it. I'm still up money.
But you know what I mean?
But yeah, it's down. But at
So-
the same time, but what does a credit card
Okay,
have to do
so-
with it?
No, I was just
No,
no,
saying- I was just
let me-
saying-
let me
I was
tell you
just
this,
saying, I
right?
don't
So
use
there's
crypto, I use my
nobody-
credit card.
there's
I
nobody
don't
in
use
history
crypto, I don't have
that is
crypto.
held like so Bitcoin, for example, has
I
a
don't
fixed
trust it.
supply, right? So that means there's no inflation other than the new coins that are being mined up until the 21 million cap, right? So there's no single person in history that has owned Bitcoin for more than 4 years has lost money. Right, so if you bought at the peak of the 2013 cycle, or you bought at the peak of the 2017 cycle,
You're still good.
and you lost money, like if you bought right at the top and it came down to whatever price it came down to, and you're like, shit, I just lost a bunch of money, but you held on to that same amount of Bitcoin for the next 4 years, you're in profit. 100%. There's nobody ever that has held it for
What
more
if
than
you're
4
not in a
years.
position to hold that money?
Well, then you shouldn't be traded. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
like. So there's. Why would you even buy it?
It's like
if-
gambling.
Yeah.
Or it's
Exact-
not, I'm not saying it's like gambling.
That's what
but
these
it's the
people
same-
do. Do you know how many
if you
people
put
that are
money out there, you
intrigued
can't
to
gamble, then-
get cryptocurrency that don't even have money themselves? They're
But
just
they,
like, "Oh, I
so
wanna-"
I would always recommend it. I would honestly say if you can afford $100 or if you can afford $50 or if whatever you can afford on a monthly basis or a bi-monthly basis or whatever, to just it's like a savings account, right? You might lose money in the short term, but if you hold on to it for 4, 8, 10, 12, whatever years, guaranteed you're gonna make money.
Especially Bitcoin.
Yeah,
like
exactly, because
especially-
it's a
but that's
fixed supply.
How fucking expensive is it now to get a Bitcoin?
It's a lot cheaper now. It's it's on sale right
It's
now.
like half fucking
It's
price.
Yeah,
off,
so it's
goddamn.
honestly like if
Flash
you go,
sale.
But isn't
Yeah.
that
It
isn't
is
that
a flash
scary?
sale. You
Isn't
go
that
into a
scary?
fucking like Best Buy and you see a TV.
But isn't that scary
and-
to you?
Not even a little bit. Why would it be scary? I know that. So
It's done this
again,
over the
I've
course of the last.
over the history of Bitcoin, it went up.
if
from,
you look
went
at it
from
over
10
6
cents.
years, it's constantly going
So it-
up, right?
right?
It'll have its dips, but
Yeah.
always
So
up.
it started at 10 cents, went to $100, dropped back down to $2. Right. So if you bought it when it was $100 and it dropped back down to $2, you're like, "Fuck! I just lost all my money."
All
But
the
if you held on to
people I know don't invest
with it.
in and those are just the people I know. So
I'd rather invest in cryptocurrency. Like there's a
The
lot of
richest man in the
shitty.
world invests in crypto.
Yeah. And it's true. There's a lot of
What's his
fucking
name?
billionaires.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, fucking Mark Cuban.
yeah.
Like there's so many. Michael Saylor. The chick
Me.
from Ark Investing, whatever her name is, Kathy Woods.
Good old Aunt Kathy Wood.
I'm telling you, man. Like, honestly, there's a bunch of shitty coins out there that will make you lose money, and that's
Yeah.
a fact.
Oh,
that is
for
an
sure.
absolute fact.
Well, even
but if
that
you're
SHIB
if you're
is a
hold,
joke. SHIB
it
is.
is.
A joke.
It's all
not-
Dogecoin was a joke. It was
Yeah.
created as a joke. It's a meme coin. They have no real world use cases, but Bitcoin is
Well,
an
Doge
incredible.
is gonna forever ride on the cloud of Elon Musk.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's
I
all,
don't.
like I'm not
100%, yeah.
that it's like always gonna be a thing. And, like,
I'm
not
surprised
saying
they
it's
didn't
gonna
go
be,
up
like,
in stock-
lucrative.
up
I
in
just mean
stocks.
that it's always gonna be there.
Yeah.
Because of that Elon Musk
Right.
fucking thing, right?
But I don't think the market cap is ever going to get to
Mm-mm.
like the half a trillion or $1 trillion like Bitcoin is at or was at, and it's just under it now. But honestly, I think by the end of this year, and in fact, I'd be willing to shake your hand and put money on it right now.
yeah,
that
your
Bitcoin-
fucking internet money, you fuck.
No,
What are you
legit.
gonna put
Like,
money on?
Okay, I have cash.
No, I'm
It's
just
I
saying,
have a job. It's not like I'm fucking broke. Like I will bet you money right now that by the end of this year, by December 31st of this year, Bitcoin will be back up to over 80,000
Over
Canadian.
80,000. Oh, I want action on this.
Yeah.
It could be way more.
I
I
hope you
want
guys get a
action on
massive
this.
payout, bro. I
I
hope you
want
guys
action on this.
So
bring me on a vacation if you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah,
sure.
well,
And that's- I'm
no,
talking
yeah.
US,
I ain't
not
fucking-
Canadian.
I ain't fucking
You
with that.
80,000 in US?
Easy.
What?
Jump on.
Holy
Jump
shit.
on.
So okay, wait.
It's at 30,
First, let
40,
me-
30. What's it
I
at
like
right now?
feeling my
First,
money.
let me
I
put
like
another
seeing my
$1,000 on Bitcoin, but then I'll bet you at the same
It's
time.
at 37.7 right now, US. 37,700.
I'll take you up on that bet.
You want? I'll fucking bet you $100 right now that by December of this year you'll see an $80,000
Talking with
Bitcoin.
confidence.
Yeah?
You gonna match that?
American?
Yes.
That's like fucking. That's like 100 grand Canadian. You
Yeah.
think so?
Man,
So,
it
okay,
was
But wait. I'm not. So,
it was
okay,
already
wait.
at 65.
But wait, here's the thing. Okay,
US.
whenever I say this too, okay, I'm not like what do you say? Like and I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying that first, like I said, first let me put $1,000 or something on Bitcoin, and then I'll bet you the $100. You know, because if it does hit that, fucking right.
I'll have $100 to give you.
But yeah, but then well, either way, I'll have $100
Yeah.
to give you. But the point is yeah. So yeah, if that's what you think, then yeah, let me put some money
Man,
on Bitcoin, and then yeah, I'll still
target-
take you on the bet too. So I
targeted
believe
price for the end of this cycle is 120 to 250,000 US.
you. Wait, what'd you say? The what?
By the end of this cycle that we're in,
Yeah.
so it runs in 4-year cycles.
This year was the cycle, eh?
Yeah, so it started in mid 2020, around fall 2020, and it's so each cycle every 4 years is a cycle. The first cycle lasted X amount of time. The second cycle lasted a little bit longer, but the price got a little bit higher. The third cycle lasted a little bit longer, but the price got even higher. And this cycle is going to last probably into 2022. But the price is going to get higher. So it already hit 60 the max.
Okay, wait.
So what it was at right now is 65K US.
And
then
are
it-
these your projections or projections you read?
Oh well, they're
Well,
not. I like so I've
He's like pretty into it.
Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah.
asking. I'm
Okay,
asking.
Yeah.
so I watched. So again, I'm no fucking technical analyst expert on whatever, but I've done my research into
Right.
the charts.
Obviously, if you're
And-
investing in it.
Right, and like I said, it's
I'll do that
it does.
bet, though.
All right, I'll
Yeah?
fucking
Yeah,
I'll
let's
take
shake
you on
on the
that.
camera.
Shake on
Let's
it.
do it.
Shake on it.
So by December of this year, so by my
This
birthday,
is a crypto bet they just made.
$100.
$100.
They just bet
80
electronically.
80K.
So by
So,
the end of the year,
This is confirming they are AI.
So
so
like,
if
okay,
it
wait.
doesn't hit 80K by the end of this year,
So like
at any point-
time, yeah.
at
so
any point.
September 10th, it hits 82,000 American. Boom.
you owe me $100.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm done with that. 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
But like I said, whenever I say that too, I'm not completely in doubt of you. At the same time, I'm almost excited
Yeah.
because I'm like, okay, if that's what your thing is, then because so it's at like 45 or something right now.
It's at 37. So
Oh,
it's
it
got.
went down.
Oh, it went down big
I
time.
haven't been watching a lot, but point is, okay, so my point is, I buy $1,000 right now, and it does hit
In fact,
82,000.
right now is a perfect time to buy.
But wait, that's 37 American or Canadian?
American.
Okay, I always go on Canadian. So either way, so let's say I do buy it right now, buy $1,000, and then it does get to 82 or whatever. I'm like 2,500 or I'm like 2,300 or whatever, right? So then it's like, cool, yeah, okay. So yeah, either way, my point is, I'm excited. Like, oh, if you think that's what it's gonna do, then like fucking right, I'll fucking buy some more Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm like, I'll take you up on that $100 too.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
fuck.
yeah.
I reserve the right to be wrong as well. But
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
if
yeah.
I do, I owe you $100.
And again,
That's,
too, like,
you know,
and not, well, I just say it because I'm like, I'm not like doubting you or saying you're gonna be wrong. I'm just like, I like to gamble too, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
whatever, fuck it, yeah, all right. But yeah, so yeah, I'm done with that. But that's hilarious because again, like I said, it won't matter if it does go up. Then like, oh sweet, it's a win-win. There's a lose-win for me.
it's a lose-win. Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
give you the 100, but
but
I
you
fucking
still
got
out.
the fucking
Exactly. And I'm telling you, man, like there's no better. So, like, let's say if you invested in Amazon stock
Yeah,
or
which
Apple
I
stock
will.
or any of these stocks that are $1 trillion companies.
Wait, just one thing to just cut you off real quick. Apple and Hyundai or Kia or whichever they call themselves now are trying to make a car together. So if you invest in both of those people right now,
Buy Apple
Mm,
stock.
yeah.
probably
sure.
have a good boner. in a
Apple
bit,
stock,
but-
yeah, Apple stock
Sorry.
is relatively cheap too. But yeah, so it took these companies 40 years plus, like Microsoft, all these companies that hit $1 trillion in value, it took them 40 years plus to get there.
Yeah.
It took Bitcoin 12 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So it's from
like
its from its
sustainable
from
or
its
whatever,
day
like-
one when it was 10 fucking cents to earlier this year when it was $65,000 and the total market cap was over $1 trillion. That happened in 12 years. And
That's
there's
pretty good.
no sign of it slowing down. I'm telling you, like, unless
Man.
there's some crazy black swan event where the government just says it's illegal now,
You
nobody can own it.
That's why I don't.
You can't panic in the dips, man.
Exactly.
When it's low, it's not your
It's
fault.
when
Yeah.
no,
It's
honestly,
nobody's
like that's
gonna
what the
happen,
best
right?
investors say when there's blood in the streets. Go shopping,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Buy the fear, sell the greed. When everyone's fearful and everyone's scared, that's when the prices are down. That's when you got to buy, right? When everyone's like, oh
Down
shit, I'm a
again.
genius. Everyone's gonna be rich. Everyone's like euphoric and it's
Maybe
crazy.
Exactly
That's when
why,
you got to
that's
sell.
exactly why Elon did what he did.
You're probably right. I
Sure,
think
yeah.
he had some insider information. I think he
Or maybe
'cause
they
he's been
told
doing
him to.
No, well, I think he's been doing like so. China just put out a thing saying that they're going to restrict the amount of people that can
Buy.
buy and own crypto, right? So
And make
I
it
think
what,
it's gonna
just for the elites,
exactly. I think it's gonna be just for the
top
you know,
dogs?
the top dogs in China that are allowed to make money
in the
off
world.
crypto. So he's, in fact, Elon has been doing business with China, or being in talks with China, because they said that his cars were spying, you know, because they've got cameras and they've got
Fucking
this and that or
smart.
whatever. Yeah. So right, he thought so he was doing talks with these people. I don't know. And this is just me completely speculating, but I think he had some kind of insider information, and he didn't want to tweet it directly, like, "Hey, crypto or like Bitcoin is gonna dump, sell it right now, and just hold your profits until it dips." So he's like, "Oh, the energy consumption is too high, so we're gonna back off." But he didn't, like, Tesla didn't sell any, right?
Man,
They've still hold all their
Steve
Bitcoin.
Will Do It says he won't buy any. So his last video, Steve Will Do It said he's gonna try and set the world record for the most Teslas bought by one person. And he said the record's like 30 or something like that, and because he's gonna buy them and give them away and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, "Yeah,
I'll take one."
He's like, "I'm gonna get the record for it or whatever," right? Well, then his last video he put out, he's like, fuck Elon Musk, like, fuck this, whatever. He's like, "I'm not buying another Tesla ever," and all this, whatever. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? I'm like, what happened between him and Elon Musk? And then I was like, he's probably got some Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But honestly, man, I think it's good. It's good for the, like, any corrections. We went 6 months, and if you know what the EMA is, and it's the exponential moving average of any stock, and we were well above that for 6 months, which has never happened in the history of Bitcoin before. So we were just up like crazy. Giving away the business cards.
You go in.
Get in contact.
I think we're getting close to our cap here, anyways,
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So we were on a 6 month craziness, and what just happened is what's called a correction. So we're back down to what is considered a fair price
Earth.
for Bitcoin, and it's a good accumulation phase for people to buy more for the next crazy run up that we have
Right.
in the end of this year, when
Yeah.
it's going to hit 80K.
I like it though, because like I said, I'm not in disagreement.
Fucking right.
I like a bet when
I mean, what's the worst that could happen if you put in $1,000 into Bitcoin? Like, if you've got $1,000 to spend, if you got $100 to spend, like, it has to literally drop to zero for you to lose your money.
Well, and that's
and I
just it.
don't think that's ever
my
going to
buddy
happen.
was saying today, he's like, "Oh, I don't think, I'm just not into it, man." He's like, "I don't really." He's like, I'm like, "Well, you just got to play with what you can afford with. Yeah, like, throw $50 in there or whatever. Like, build your shit up. Throw $50 every paycheck or whatever.
Right.
Do this thing." He's like, "Yeah, but I just can't deal with the fact that I put money in there and then it disappeared." And I'm like, no, like, you're not gonna
I'm
like
kind of in the
lose your
same way. I
fucking
know-
money, man.
I know what
like it's not gonna
it
go
is,
to
but it's
zero.
just too much. It's just too much.
Again, unless you're buying like shit or whatever. But
Yeah, stay away from the
which I
shit.
just looked at and it's
Stay
like,
away from the shit coins.
not good. It's like I'm down $130 on that. But still. Either way.
Yeah.
I got my
All right.
multiplier up there, right? 23 million or something or whatever it is now.
Yeah.
33 or 35.
That's you own 35 mil?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So that means you bought more.
I bought
Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah. So I bought wait.
Because you told me
Oh,
you
yeah,
owned
I'm at
15
30.
mil.
Yeah, I bought 15 originally. Then I bought 8. And then I might have bought 9 actually. So I might be 32. No. I
Damn.
think, yeah. But the thing is,
Well, I
your
hope for your
multiplier
sake.
is up, right? So, like I said, if that hits a cent, that's $320,000. So it's not the $32 million that I want,
But it's $320,000.
It's still money, yeah.
is more money
Fuck
than
it.
the fucking $360 that I put in the shit, right?
Right.
So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
But I did look, and yeah, I've done some money. But point is, either way,
But see, everything follows Bitcoin. When
It's gonna
Bitcoin, because it was the first mover, it's the
so
oldest.
when it does hit 80,000 at the end of the year,
You're likely see the rest of the
Everything else is
altcoins
gonna go
sort of come up as well. Maybe
So
maybe
even
not to
though-
a penny. It could take
for sure, it's like
8
far
years
from a penny, but
before it ever gets there, if it ever gets there.
sure, I might have to pay Jonesy $100, but
Yeah.
if Bitcoin goes up, then everything else does, and I'm happy.
Yeah, and I think it will. Honestly, we just hit a double bottom for the big drop. It hit 30K,
Hard.
and so it dropped from like 47. It dropped from like 42 to 30K in one day.
Oh yeah.
just like a couple days ago, and then today it got back up to close to 40, and then it dropped to 32.
I like hardly pay attention
So we've got-
to my Bitcoin
so
now,
we've got a
it's like-
higher or lower lows or lower highs and higher lows. So we're forming like a symmetrical triangle kind of thing.
a median,
And
like meeting. In
I'm
the middle,
thinking,
like,
and even in June, they're saying there's a big event happening in June that would likely
that's next
spike.
month.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
June 4th. Pay attention.
Nice.
Pay attention. Well,
So
I think we hit our cap here, boys.
yeah, boys, gang,
For the
baby.
episode.
I just want to say a bunch of things. Shout out to Twigs at Borough Media. for
Always.
always keeping it, holding it down, keeping us in the loop and letting us do our thing here. I also forgot to shout out to our sponsor, Greengrass Oasis. Even though we're not able to smoke weed on the show right now, they still do sponsor us, and we still do smoke weed.
And appreciate it.
But so shout out to
Much
those
love, guys.
Shout out Bully Zone for fucking. I mean, I assume a lot of people commented, but shout out Bully Zone for commenting and.
Timinator, Leo, Rocky.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I just because I only knew that one, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would like to say thanks to Trip. We appreciate you coming through, man.
Always.
It's
Respect,
always
yeah.
a pleasure, and the thing is, I was really looking forward to this one because I was like, man, this one will drive itself. You know, like fucking. Not only do we like, like we're chill and like whatever, but at the same time, we've done this all together like a few times, so I'm like, this will be like good because it's one thing when it's like, okay, yeah, we all know this person and get along with this person. Okay, I come on the show. It's like whatever. But at the same time, we have all literally been in this atmosphere like 5 times, right? So it's
Yeah.
like. But either way, I was like, oh, this will drive itself. It's good.
Yeah.
So I hope it fucking did drive itself.
I think it did. Yeah. I think we touched
Absolutely.
on
On a lot of
bases.
good,
We
yeah.
kind of went around and around, yeah. And then I feel like also, yeah. Anyways, any motherfucking way.
Yeah.
I'm Sal's the Prophet, baby.
I'm B Show.
I'm Jonesy.
And together with the Basement Weirdos, this is the 4G Audio Podcast, your grandma's favorite podcast. Again, thank you, Trip, for coming through.
Yes.
Peace, love.
Everybody, thanks for watching. Stay safe.
Much
See you
love,
June
everybody.
2nd when all this shit fucking clears up.
Yes.
I
Catch y'all in the
hope
next
so.
one.
Yeah. Peace out, gang, gang. Rah!